Hello, everyone, and welcome to Swindler's Den in this week's session of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
What a time we're having here on Swindler's Den. Thousands of subs on YouTube. We have a Patreon, $1 only for all the audio versions of these shows. Shows are coming to an end. Not this one quite yet. We still got a ways, unless...
I mean, we could die.
that's
he
unless.
just admitted he's going to keep us alive. Like a this series.
No.
So, yeah, speaking of shows coming to end, be sure to be watching Lost Song of Fandelver. It's getting wild over there. Wild, as they would say. It's a good time. On Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Enough stalling. Let's get into this. Let's introduce our players. First, we have Grizlocke.
Hello, I'm Grizlocke. You can find me on YouTube at the same name where I stream Elden Ring sometimes. I'll be playing Orlin today, who has 4 levels of exhaustion, and I'm scared.
Nothing to be worried about. Next, we have Bumbleskum.
Hey, it's your boy Bumbleskum. I'm here with that H, the Ironlin. Gonna kick off this party and kill a witch on this island.
Hey.
Next up is...
You saved it. You saved it.
Let's linger on this for a moment. Next, we have Dyto.
Let's take a deep dive into that. Hi, I'm Dyto. I'll be playing Felicity tonight. She's got 1 level of exhaustion. She's not as scared for herself, but for the rest of her friends, she's getting pretty worried.
Then we have TommieTaco.
Hey, what's up? I'm TommieTaco. You can find me on YouTube at Grizlocke.
Yeah, thank you. More promotion's good.
I play Zavros Winerin, the half-elf ranger. He's not worried. I mean, he's going to hang out with his new walrus buddy, try and find some fish, if I can.
True.
Need friends.
And last but not least, we have Dr. Phage.
Playing Liliana, the Dragonborn cleric. I didn't think of anything pithy or witty to say.
I didn't either.
You can find him on YouTube at Grizlocke.
I'm just going to have to invite you guys on, and then that way, it won't be a lot.
We don't have time for witty comments anyway, because we have a recap to do. Last time on Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden, our gang had found the Professor Orb, known as Professor Skaint. I think I kind of breezed past that because I was a little at the beginning of last session. But yes, it's the Professor Orb is known as Professor Skaint. And a ghost tried to jump into their new friend, and they're like, "Hey, no, get out of here." So they turned undead, and she ran away, maybe never to be seen again. Who knows? But then after arrest and after being attacked, their mysterious friend Aggie decided, hey, this isn't cool. I'm gonna run away. So she did. And then our group continued to look for. Now that they had the Professor Orb, they wanted to find the Codicil of White, which was found in the tower that Ariel, the Frostmaiden, was inhabiting. It took them a little longer than they would have liked, being a little bit slower than usual and taking quite a bit of exhaustion on the way, but they did end up finding their way to Grimskull, the tower which Ariel lives in. And they started to explore this tower, hearing some snoring behind these enormous doors made for giants that were incredibly hard for a lot of our party to open, but crept their way past that to this area of a tunnel that had been reduced to rubble, so they were able to walk through without opening doors, where they saw some ice methods just kind of hanging out doing their thing, and they decided, hey, we hate those things. So they just started blowing them up for no reason at all. I'll tell you, the book says they don't do anything unless attacked. So
Punish us.
Your fault. And then they descended down the stairs, where they found an enormous ice rink that was being enjoyed by a giant walrus, sliding around on the ice, not engaged, not aggressing upon our party, but also not helping them without the payment of fish in return. Our party then just started looking around this area, which kind of made up almost a clock-like pattern with its hallways, and they started pushing open doors, not having a lot of luck with a lot of them, until they were able to push the northernmost door open, only to find 2 frost giant skeletons laying in wait behind it. Our party thought they were going to get the rest, but had to engage in combat instead. But they were successful, and now they stand in this room, mist rolling around their shins, and the remains of these giant skeletons on the ground. And this is where we are now. I will pull you guys over to the map. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is the plan still to try and get a rest in here?
Orlin is still a giant eagle.
Oh, okay. I was like, did Orlin just squawk? Yeah. This seems like the best place we can do it for now.
I will take 10 minutes to ritually cast alarm around the 2 doors, at least. So that if anything but us comes through it, we... You know.
Is Orlin still a bird? I only asked because I thought at the end of the last session, both of us put down fire to warm the place.
Yeah, we were setting up for a short rest, but I think
bad.
you guys wanted to do something first.
I will go human form anyways, because I think it was running out soon anyways, so... Or half-orc mode, sorry, not human.
Oh, hey.
Form of half-orc.
Humanoid.
Half orc. I couldn't even say it right.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I put down the fire and I'm ready to rest. I don't know.
Is it just me, or is it really cold in here?
It's not just you. Really not.
Stand closer to the fire, boy.
I'd rather stay away from the dead guy.
Like, hucking giant bones out of this room. This is more helpful.
Not that dead guy.
Oh. Well, I don't think you'll be able to avoid that.
I slowly creep up next to Icewind, just like, kind of, and then I turn, I see, what's his name?
Gel?
Is he still, yeah, is he still out?
Yeah, Gel's still out.
He's like, oh shit. Oh.
That guy are we
By
talking
dead
about?
people.
Gel's
Icewind.
gonna stand at me. I'm assuming that's what he meant.
I was talking about you. And then I noticed Gail was next to me. I was like, oh, I'm surrounded by dead people.
Gel's just gonna stand at the corner. It doesn't really matter, but and I too am like just standing next to the door, concentrating on this. I guess the fire only lasts a minute, right?
It's a cantrip. You can keep putting it up.
Yeah.
What's this door look like?
The door that's still closed?
Yeah.
Let me double check. It might have something cool on it. Probably not though. The chamber on the other has another door set in the far wall. It just looks like a giant ice door. You can see where there would be hinges. Instead, there are these like loops and a giant ice pick like through it. Don't look at the video for that.
No. Watch the video. Watch the video.
What are you talking
What was that
about?
again, Baka?
Well, you see the icicle.
Yeah, see, there's the door. It has the loop, and then there's an icicle that goes through it.
Okay. Yeah.
Got some
Like-
suggestive finger movements.
Sister Liliana,
I'm just explaining how the door works.
were you the one that was trying to locate the... What is it called? What's the thing we're looking for?
Out of style.
Yeah. The Odysseil?
Yes, I mean, that's the vision I had, is that it's at the bottom of this tower. That's all that was revealed to me, not necessarily how to get down there, just that it was at the bottom of it.
I just wasn't sure if maybe there's a way to get more information as to maybe what door it's behind. These are kind of difficult to open.
I don't know what door it's behind, but I can tell you more about the codicil of the white if you'd like. You see this orb is lighting up again as it speaks.
Yes, do that.
Ah, well, it is an ancient writings of the followers of Ariel. They keep all of her thoughts, and not her thoughts, but the beliefs that the followers of Ariel have, as well as this poem that apparently is able to open the passage to underneath the Reghead Glacier, as well as many of other one of her blessings and ways to worship her. It is believed that her followers come back here to this tower to read from it when they need, kind of like a pilgrimage. I can't talk and I don't have lips.
So the codicil is a book.
Yes.
Is it a big book?
No. It's a book you could hold in your hands, even your fragile little half-elf hands. Yes.
So if the Reghead Glacier is so important to Ariel's people, why is it sealed off now?
To keep people away from the Mythallar. Again, I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying words, because I don't have lips.
Yeah, my arms are skinny, but at least I can speak.
The Mythallar. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, I was frozen in a dead person's hand for a long time.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say something snarky. Please continue. You're probably more productive.
In the Mythallar, repeat, what importance does that play again?
The Mythallar. It is a ancient artifact that is able to directly interact with the weave. It is, well, the one thing that could stop Ariel's hold on Icewind Dale. Stronger than any wish spell and an incredible magic.
Yes, I will put that in my campaign for next episode. Thank you.
Very good. There are a lot of ties.
Colin, you didn't tell me you were running another campaign.
Are you talking about caverns and campers?
You got some sort of fan fiction, you're right. Based on the world of here.
Well, then whatever you write about me, make sure you don't put that my arms are skinny.
Well, you see in
I said your hands are small, not that your arms are skinny. You said that yourself.
You tricked me! Zavros gonna hit the gym when this is all over.
During the short rest, for anyone who needs it, one, I'm going to use my second channel divinity to get a second level spell slot back, because that's a thing that I can do. Because I'll get them back after we finish the short rest, but then I'm also going to cast Prayer of Healing, so anyone who needs it except for Valine, even though I don't think she's taking damage, it gets an extra 13 hit points in addition to anything you roll for your hit dice. I'm doing that mostly for myself, because I got fucked up.
Yes.
Valine, you're magical, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you have any spells that can open doors?
Maybe. Let me look. Why do you?
I do.
Oh, excellent.
Go on, Felicity, I'm sorry.
I mean, it would use valuable resources, but...
Well, that's why I'm asking Valine if she has it.
Turns out I don't.
Oh, shit.
Professor Scant, does
Yes.
Valine have the knock spell?
From what I remember, she doesn't stalk it, and I haven't been with her for a while, but I would reckon she probably doesn't.
All right.
The mistress would not lie.
Yeah, sure.
Have these doors seemed locked or just hard to open?
Hard to open.
So knock spell might not even work then?
Let me look at the wording of the knock spell.
It makes stuck doors unstuck.
Okay.
So it would work on just if these are just regular ass doors, they would work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I do see
If it's
that in
held
there.
by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred, becomes unlocked. Unstuck or unbarred. So yeah, I would say it would work.
Felicity.
Yes.
I know it's been a while, but almost freezing to death. I've been thinking. I'm sorry I snapped at you back at. Was it Bremen? I can't fucking remember.
Probably if you're thinking about the worm.
I just was feeling very passionate.
It's all right, and I would rather you not make these kind of declarations like you might die, because we're all gonna get out of here.
He says, not believing it.
No, you're very
Hold on,
optimistic.
let me roll a deception check. Hold on.
If you want to.
I rolled a 13. I have a -1 in deception.
You all look
lying to
rather unwell. You might want to be extra careful with what you do from here on out.
No one asked you,
Lame.
Scant. How about just shush?
I thought we were having an open conversation.
No.
We are. Yes.
I see how this is. You just want to use me. All right.
I know you gave me this, and I think maybe might be a good time for you to take it. I'm gonna hand him the potion of cold resistance, so maybe it'll help him on his con saves
Oh, me?
that he gave me. Yeah. I know you have one, but she's gonna give it back.
Thank you.
Yes. Thankfully, Felicity has been lost in the snow for 2 episodes, so she hasn't failed as many endurance tests.
Where did you go, by the way?
I had a walking night dream. I'm pretty sure it was just a hallucination.
All right. Unless there's anything else you want to do in your short rest, you can roll your hit die. You get the full whatever from it because you have the fires and there's no wind in here. It is still cold as hell, colder than usual, but the fires are able to keep you warm enough that you get your short rest and all of the abilities that come therewith.
A question for you.
Yeah.
Do Chewinga speak any languages?
They speak
They speak Chewinganese.
yeah, I think it's primordial.
Because they're elemental spirits.
Yeah.
You don't know what they speak.
Sorry, they don't speak anything.
Speak nothing.
But I will tell you, the book has 3 dashes next to languages, so.
Oh.
I know. They speak Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
Yes.
Shit.
I can't do it. So I'm not gonna try.
I could possibly open 2 doors, but it will tap me out pretty heavily.
Well, I'd say just save them for when me and Liliana can't get past them.
This is also something I've been meaning to do and kept forgetting. So, Tommy, thank you for reminding me. As you are taking your short rest, you feel like a rustling around in your clothes, and then from like inside your, like near your scarf, you see Otis pop up. Just, He's like, like he's an elemental of the cold, and he's shivering.
I'm going to cut off a piece of that that wolf pelt.
Yeah,
Kind of just like wrap him up.
he takes it and like goes back into your jacket, and then he comes back holding one of your buttons and like presses it to your hand, and you can remove 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh.
Fuck. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wrong voice.
Have you ever been so angry you just sound like a goblin?
It pays to make friends in Icewind Dale.
And all I had to do was let him play my lute and ask him if he wanted to come.
Mm-hmm.
We're going on, little man.
All right, now you can continue on with what you were doing.
Well, I doubt if I speak to this thing, it actually comprehends what I'm asking it to do.
The Chewinga? It seems to
Yeah.
have up to this point.
Okay. Are there any cracks in this door? Or is it completely
Which
frozen
door are
to
you
the
looking
point
at?
that we have to crash it essentially open?
We haven't even tried this door yet.
Yeah.
No, not this one.
But
There is like a small underneath the door. A small opening underneath the door.
Hey Otis, I was wondering if you could do me a little favor.
Eh?
Can you poke your head through that crack and then draw on the ice or on the walls what you see?
And he
Like
jumps
a
out.
like a monster? If there's
he
a
jumps
monster?
out and starts walking. I don't think you guys have ever seen that this Chewinga has come with you guys at this point. You just see this little
I'm kind
Chewinga
of like
jump
standing by the door with my back turned to everyone, like just.
Oh,
kinda
are you trying to
looking
hide
down
him?
in front. Yeah,
out. Roll a stealth check.
Zavros is peeing
Okay.
again.
I'd pee sitting down. What's the problem?
Wait, what?
No, that's.
I thought he was standing.
so
over
So
by the
are
door.
you not peeing now?
Okay. Yeah, I still got fucking disadvantage. Ooh, well, let's see if it gets worse. It did get worse. 7 plus 9, whatever the hell that is.
That's not bad. I think that beats everybody's passive. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
16, hell yeah.
yeah, so nobody would notice as Otis
Can
jumps
I-
down. Oh,
Can I specifically make an active perception?
I will allow Heinlein to because he specifically
stares
stares
at
and zaps all the time.
It's like
I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get a good roll. I got a 17.
Yeah,
That's with disadvantage. Yeah.
you see
see
you see this little elemental jump out. This little guy wearing a white mask with red markings on it and like straw and a little wolf pelt now, a little tiny chunk of wolf pelt. He like gets up to the door, gets on his belly and crawls underneath the door to the other side.
Just poke your head through. Don't go all the way in.
He's already on the other side.
Don't worry, everyone. I
Come
have a
back.
spell that allows me to turn into a gas. I'm gonna cast it and go under the door.
We're still talking about the 12 o'clock door, right?
Yes, the 12 o'clock door. The one that's been
Yeah.
the one that the 2 frost giant skeletons were standing in front of.
Yeah, that we have not
Opened.
even tried to open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to know
Okay.
what's on the other side of that before we just kick the fucking door.
Okay.
And Otis
Can't be
comes
worse
back.
than the last door.
Otis comes back
Oh.
out to this side, and he like pushes. And surprisingly, even though it's just like bare, well, actually, you probably can't even see him because there is 2 feet of mist, and he's much shorter than that. But you're like able to get close enough, and he like, even though it's just bare ice, he pushes into it, and it begins to draw, and he draws this, like, it looks like an enormous, like a really tall rock, and then like draws a little stick figure inside of it. And then he draws.
I'm going to point at the rock and say, ice?
And he shakes his head, yes.
Okay.
And what's that inside of it? I'm just like by your shoulder.
Get everyone behind me.
I feel like I hear a mouse skittering about in here.
And then he begins to draw again.
Sneaking.
He begins to draw again.
Pee very weird.
I'm sorry, you see Highland also crouched over his shoulder when he yells this.
Do you need help when you pee?
Don't.
Very comforting.
I don't.
Don't shake it more than once.
I'll shake it as much as I goddamn well please.
Can you all stop it? I'm trying to figure out what this is inside of here.
Otis begins to draw again. He draws a giant, like a frowny face, the 2 dots for the eyes, and then a upside down smiley for the frowny face, and then draws a beard around it. It points to that as well as and then points up.
So an upside down frowny face.
Well, like a frowny face, an upside down smiley face, but it's a
Points
frowny
up
face.
like he's pointing at the
Yeah, he's
ceiling.
pointing up. Yep.
Oh.
So do you think that means there's like a
ceiling?
Yes. And something frozen in ice is what I can gather. Oh, just get back in here before you get too cold.
And he jumps in. You can see his feet flailing as he crawls in through your collar.
What do they eat?
Human flesh. You look down, and under your
Yeah,
shirt, there's
you
just like
haven't seen
little
him.
missing.
My nipple is gone.
That's what we call a chewinga dumpling.
What's wrong with us tonight?
Oh god, we have an energy tonight, folks.
Oh yeah. If we're gonna die, let's die happy. Well, Heinlein, what do you think that means?
How tall are the ceilings in here?
30 feet.
30 feet. Makes me hope that it's 30 feet up there at least.
You think it might be a carving in the ceiling, or do you think there might actually be something on the ceiling?
Considering those little ice gargoyle things that we fought could easily just be a creature in there. Perhaps an ice spider looking down, an ice gargoyle looking down, waiting, watching.
I don't know any creatures that look like they don't obviously have a smiley face, a frowny face.
I will say
But-
there's also a beard around it.
Yeah, and
don't know
there's
if
a
that came
beard.
off.
Oh, and there's a beard around it.
Like,
Frozen dwarf.
it could be.
Obviously, we need to make sure that whoever steps in there first is prepared.
By the way, don't tell anyone about Otis.
Who?
Just don't tell anyone what you saw.
It didn't look threatening, so I don't really care. Perhaps. God damn. If I was straight fighter, this would be this. I could actually scope this place out, but I'm not. Question for the DM.
That's me.
Yeah, that is you.
Oh. You have a question?
If I look underneath the crack of this door, can I see into there, or is it?
It's low enough that you wouldn't. You could like lay your head against the ice and look with one eye. So I'd allow you to do it at disadvantage and a pretty high DC.
Okay, I'm not looking for a perception check.
Oh, what are you trying to do? Just look under.
I could Misty Step.
Yeah. I'll allow that.
Okay. I could go in there right away, see if there's anything worth checking out, and come back.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, you'll know.
Are you going to be okay in there?
I'll be back in a jiffy.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just let them know.
I'll figure out what this thing is. And I look down and I peer through the mist to a spot on the floor on the other side of the door. And I just blur out of reality. poof, and appear on the other side of the door.
Okay, everyone, Heinlein's gone. Let's leave now.
Gale is watching you, by the way.
Don't mind the freak over there.
So I'm thinking, cast this spell to turn into my gaseous form, slip under the cracks,
Heinlein already
look around. What?
Heinlein's over there right now.
Why did he go under the door?
I don't know. He said that he could check it out and then come back. He said, and I quote, "Be back in a jiffy."
Jiffy.
Were you two plotting by the door?
I thought you were taking a piss.
I was, and then I guess he wanted to get a closer look at the liquid.
No.
When he was walking and you had your hand on my shoulder, I was totally waiting for you to go like, I don't know what that is, but it's really small.
On the other side of the door. Highland, you reappear, and
On the mature side of the door.
as you look up, you see this enormous ice block. It's like a really tall ice block, and you can see inside of it a humanoid creature that's as large as that. This chamber contains a dead female frost giant encased in a solid block of ice carved to resemble a standing sarcophagus. The block of ice is 25 feet tall, 12 feet wide, and 10 feet thick. Behind the entombed giant, as you kind of look around, you see embedded in the north wall is a door made of ice. The ceiling is carved in the scowling visage of a male frost giant with an icy beard.
So it's just like it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that must be my writing's bad.
Vasavision?
Yeah.
You were told Vasavikin.
Vikin, oh,
yeah.
okay.
My writing was a little whack. So I'm assuming that must be. So it's What was the last part of the poem?
The poem that you read, the last two lines are, "We'll fight and plunder in the morn, to Vasavikin we are sworn."
Okay. I'm assuming Vasavikin. So there's so it's not a danger per se. Okay.
You should touch it and we'll find out.
I'm going to try and open the door. We're gonna have Gel assist me.
Okay. Was that athletics?
Yeah,
check
that's what you were saying.
with flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, athletics.
Yeah. So Gel just walks open to the door and like puts his fingers like inside the cracks and just starts trying to pull it open. I got an 18.
You are unable to move it.
Gil, do you need help? Gil, can you actually speak or no? I'm just talking to this.
Gel just like turns to you and he's just staring. He doesn't say anything.
Hold on.
A lot like Heinlein, right? Okay.
Wait, before you cast the spell, Orlin, you two didn't have a return strategy for the doors that have been classically very hard to open?
He just said he'd be back. That was his idea.
You didn't think to ask for any details before he popped over there?
Not really, no. I expected us all to leave.
I walk over to the door.
Well, I'm like you like walk over and I'm standing. Highland's standing there instead.
Oh, okay.
That's how he
Okay.
does it. Okay.
Well, that works.
Do we
Fine.
want this
All
door
right.
open?
Liliana
As I
had
reach
little
into my
faith in you, by the way.
satchel, I pull out this white glove. I start stretching it over my hand.
Zavro starts to shiver.
Do we want it open?
Well, first we should, before we extend any kind of issues with your magic, Liliana, if you might want to give it a try. Fortunately, Gil and I weren't able to, but perhaps if you do it, I can help you open it.
Yeah, let's give it a shot from this side.
Yeah, give her the old Evo.
advantage from Heinlein.
Oh, you don't have exhaustion?
No, I don't have any exhaustion. I just don't have as good of an athletics. That's only a 14 for me, so that's nothing.
It seems to be frozen pretty solid.
All right.
All right.
What?
Before you go, yeah, no, it's fine. You can keep opening. You can do your magic trick.
And I just knock on the door.
You knock 3 times, and after Orland does the 3 little knocks, just boom, 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 it just filling the whole room, and then the door begins to creak open, and all of you begin to see this enormous ice sarcophagus with a female ice giant inside of it.
Yeah. There's
Frost
nothing on
giant.
the ceiling. I'm saying that to Zavros.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Just carvings. And I'll recite the poem to them all so they know what kind of a hall we're entering. Something about ice blood, folkborn, great queen, horn, fight, plunder, mourn, Vaska Visker, horn.
I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's a Vasavikin on the ceiling.
Or is it Vasavikin in the eyes?
Could be both.
Because it was female frost giants on the first doors we came through, correct?
Yeah. This might be the Great Queen. I'm not from the area, so I'm not gonna pretend to do a knowledge roll on if I know if this is Vasavikin.
Can I do a history check for Vasavixen? I don't remember if I...
Vasavikin?
Yeah.
You can
Can I
do
as
Vicks
well?
Vapor Rub? Can I do a roll for Vicks Vapor Rub?
Go ahead.
Hey.
That might make you even
27.
colder.
Ooh.
Hey, let's see what
mine's
the
not.
is.
Mine's not good. 15. No, not 15. 10.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, it's too old the knowledge for Felicity, but Orland's got books upon books.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh,
Oh,
did
that's a
you
good
roll
point.
disadvantage?
Thank you. I forgot about that.
Yeah, how dare you know something?
Okay, well, that's 11.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I completely forgot.
Again, a lot of this seems to be very ancient, giant culture. So
if only we knew some Goliaths.
Professor Scant, do you know
Yes.
anything about Vasavikin?
Unfortunately, my knowledge doesn't extend to the giants. But
All right.
if
Thank
you were to use thought processes, common thought processes, you could assume that that poem refers to the queen who has a tomb here, i.e., that must be Vasavikin.
Oh, you just the way you say things.
He's so snarky.
What do you mean?
It's
You're kind of an asshole.
maybe it's a personal thing on my
I'm
end.
more of an orb.
You got me there. Is there like giant stuff written everywhere? Because I can't speak and read giant.
There isn't in this room, no.
Are those the only 2 things in this room?
Yeah.
There's the door behind the sarcophagus.
So then this might be basically her tithing in the next room.
You think if we open those doors, she'll come alive? I mean, this place is
No.
weird, so...
I
No?
don't think so.
Just try not to touch the ice. I feel like that's fairly obvious, but...
So I'm gonna try and roll with advantage from.
Can I, just because it lasts for an hour, if we're going to be going around trying to open doors physically on your end, if I cast Enhance Ability on Heinlein, could he get a help action? Could we get advantage on that roll?
He would just roll it flat because he has disadvantage and advantage doesn't stack.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Then I'll save my spell slot.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so
he
I'll
has
just-
Gale helping him, so.
I'll just work with Gal. That one's a fail. So if you want to go with my help,
The way I would allow that is it would allow a second chance, essentially, if you were to use that spell.
Okay, I'll try with Heinlein's help before we go to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to not do spell slots when you guys are all ready to get knocked the fuck out.
Yes. No, I was just trying to see if we could get advantage on yours since you have the better score. Nope, I'm rolling for shit tonight. Not even, I got a 10.
Okay.
Can I try to open it?
You want to?
Olin, come over here.
What?
Help me open this damn door.
Did they already try physically opening it, or?
Yes.
They both
Okay,
tried.
they both tried? Okay, then. I think it'll be pretty obvious. Are you asking me to help you physically open the door, or do you want me to do my thing?
Yes, use your muscles for once, man.
I cough, like, up some...
You really should stop smoking.
Yes,
I'll help him.
Zavros can roll flat roll athletics.
All right. Love me. Nat 20.
What's your athletics modifier?
2.
Ooh.
22.
Feeling
This
funny.
door-
Oh, wait, no, let
More
me double
taste
check
than
this.
ice.
That might be wrong.
Oh,
But Baka, it's one of
Oh,
your
no.
favorite...
Damn, -1. I was looking at my
songs.
strength saving throw. It's a -1.
Oh.
yeah. It's
So
this door seems to be even more frozen than other doors and doesn't budge at all. Like you hear the ice cracking along where the door frame would be, as if that's holding it in place. Congrats on your
I
nat
loosened
20.
it up for
Unfortunately,
you.
doesn't help.
Everyone just punch it.
I
Everyone
mean,
just punch it.
we could just
Congrats on your-
use the spells
your dirty
again.
19. Is it made
but-
of ice or is it just a door?
It is made of ice.
Can we just like light it on fire with create bonfire?
Just melt a hole through it.
How
Just
long?
melt it?
How long does it look like it would take to melt?
It seems pretty
Very
solid, but
strike.
it is ice.
But if they're very heavy, it might take a while. Even if I have my flamethrower going constantly.
Does it appear to be magical ice? If I look at it, like, and inspect it, do I get some magical vibe?
Do an Arcana check.
Okay, disadvantage. I remembered this time. 14.
You don't sense anything. You're not 100%, but you don't sense anything without using any kind of detect magic spell or something.
It's possible we could burn it.
I mean, I'll try it, yeah.
I've got my create bonfire as well.
All right.
I'll
You want to try to block it from melting the ice lady?
I mean, it's
Or is it pretty contained? Okay,
like
good.
10 feet away, so I don't know.
Yeah, you got
I'm
enough
like putting
space.
it on the door, basically.
Yeah, you got enough space you wouldn't accidentally hit it.
Yeah, I'll also use my Eldritch cannon, the flamethrower, to add more heat to the
Triple the burn.
Fires.
Yeah, you begin blasting this door with fire and create bonfire, and it's slow at first, but it does begin to melt enough to the point where you have a hole you can go through.
There's much
Better.
Run up some of this liquid.
How many charges would you say that would have taken for my flamethrower?
How much? What do you roll for your flamethrower for dice damage?
I believe it's 2d8. Let me just double check.
2d8.
Flamethrower 2d8 fire damage.
That's what.
And then what's bonfire?
2d8.
2d8.
Yes. How much? I'd say 2 charges. Actually, I don't want to be unfair with it. And, it does have a certain amount of HP to it. So, everybody roll your first damage for your stuffs.
5.
Just 1 and 8. I'm all of a sudden forgetting what a d8 looks like. Why do I feel like I've never rolled one before? Here's one.
Diamond.
Can I also just take some swings with my mace in between these blasts of fire, just to help break up chunks?
Yeah. Roll damage for it.
Well, we're
Minus
casting
10.
cantrips if you don't want to use any charges, if it's gonna.
Yeah.
No, I've got charges on it. I just don't want to have more than I should.
You said 10 for yours?
10 for mine.
10,
11.
5. What was the other Cree bonfire? I think Highlands I didn't get damage for.
5.
I had 11.
Then
Oh, you had 11
Liliana.
in yours?
Yeah.
Liliana smacks it for 5 as well.
Alright, so it would take 2 charges then.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you're able to make it through. And as you wait for it to cool again, so you're not getting dripping, melting ice upon you, you look into this room, and leaning against the back wall of this room is a formidable weapon, a giant-sized great axe, its steel head resting on the icy floor.
I know someone who would love this. While they were melting it, I was bottling up some of that water, just so you know.
Okay. You have some water.
Yeah.
That's gonna freeze again.
I don't have.
I'm gonna sell it to
identifier.
some idiot out on the streets like this came from a giant fortress.
Can
It's magical.
can I take 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic to try and see if this axe is magical or has some kind of magical essence tied to it?
Yeah.
Or people start touching it.
And I do want to do perception checks on the area.
Okay.
Just in case there's like traps or something in here. Perception would be a 19.
Okay. You don't see anything else in this room. Okay. Seems all right in here. I don't know why this didn't show up when I typed it the first time.
You have a filter on?
Well, I know. I think I might have just spelled it wrong.
Okay.
You cast detect magic, and this axe is magical. It does seem to have some kind of, like, you see the aura around it, and it shows off like a typical, like you would see with a +1 weapon, but there does seem to be like a very faint purple aura as well that might allude to something else being on this axe. You're not sure what though exactly. Like it seems sinister, not sinister. It does seem that there's a negative repercussion to this axe, but you're not sure what.
It looks like it could be beneficial, but there's also a slight misgiving to it, almost like there might be some kind of curse on it.
Well, I say we leave it. It's not what we came here for, so just try another way.
Also, unless it would become smaller, I don't think any of us could wield it.
Sure.
Give it to go? No, I'm kidding.
I will say the detect
it
magic
is
would show
magical.
that it has whatever the property is that means that it changes size. I don't know the schools well enough.
I think most magic equipment scales to the user.
Yeah. Most
If
does.
that's
I
the
wasn't
case,
sure,
then that's what
but-
you would know as well, yeah.
It does have the magic in it to scale to the size of the wielder.
Either way, let's not fuck with shit that we do not understand.
Give it to Otis.
Toaded?
A tiny cursed.
Just run in the fucking ass.
I did not prepare my identify, so I can't tell you exactly what kind of curse it has on it.
You know, Felicity, sometime we should really sit down and just figure out who should bring what spells. I did not bring that either.
Nor did
If we
I.
come back after a long rest, I can have it, though.
Aline, what do you have available to you?
None of your
If you
business,
don't mind
small
my asking.
arms. None of your business, thin arms.
Seen a lot of the same
Savros
smell
pulls
coming out
his
of you.
button.
The orb does begin to light up. It's that must be Vasavikin's axe. It appears to be a berserker axe.
Ooh. Let me remind myself what those.
Oh.
Any more details on that, Professor Scant?
It seems that for as strong as you are, you gain more durability through this axe. According to that, as well as these kinds of weapons are typically cursed. That if you don't use them, you are less, how do I say, equipped to use your other weapons. It's kind of a look at me, I'm your favorite kind of weapon.
It's a narcissistic weapon.
Yes,
Oh, so it's like the orb.
Big
Give
talk
weapon
for
to-
somebody with such small hands.
I'm getting used to it. You're gonna have to come up with something new.
I'll come up with something for sure. There's a lot to pick at.
Oh man. Look, I say we ignore it for now. If we have to come back to it, we will, but...
I agree. We've got
No.
other doors to burn, I guess.
Yes.
Any fish frozen in the walls or anything?
No fish frozen in the walls.
No.
All right. Where
Should
do
we
you
go to
plan?
the 4 o'clock door?
I believe so.
Yes. Let's see what that trial was about. I believe it was isolation?
That sounds right.
Yes. That it was.
Everybody prepared to be alone?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been alone for better part of my life.
You got the chewingas though, right? To keep you company?
Yes and no.
Or was
Not
this like
always.
you found a volleyball on an island and became friends with it situation?
What?
More the latter.
A what ball?
This world is strange.
Akuma,
Yeah.
do you know what these trials are? Do you have any inkling as to what those are?
You know, if you have a fish or not.
He only wants fish. I've already thought of it.
Murder.
Does no one have fish?
If
No.
I could find you a nice hearty sailor to sing to.
I can't sing. You bringing up my poor way of carrying a tune. Everybody knows I'm tone deaf.
I'm gonna lean over to Zavros because that's who I'm standing next to. Do you think it would fall for an illusion? I can make a fish, it just won't be real.
Well, the thing is, does the illusion taste like a fish?
No.
Then I'm pretty sure we would only rip it off.
I have rabbit guts.
You like rabbit guts, Akuma?
That's not a
No,
fish.
fish.
Oh,
Fish.
okay. Just thought I'd ask.
You know, it's the things with tails, gills.
Never heard of it.
We've eaten a lot of them lately.
I can write it down for you if you keep forgetting it. Fish.
We're gonna come out and
I'm giving him a
in the
piece of
ice-
paper and a
Yes.
fucking piece of charcoal to write this down.
He takes his tusk and puts it to the parchment and just scrapes it across the ice and nothing happens.
I'm just picking up. Oh,
Fish.
yes, fish. Fish. I see what you mean. Just put
Hi,
it.
hey.
Okay.
Do we want to try fire again?
This is not an ice door. This is a stone door.
Okay.
Is there any rating on
I
this
don't think you've even tried this door
specific
yet.
one?
Oh.
No.
This
This is isolation.
yeah, sorry. This is the door that says isolation above it. In common.
Okay. It didn't say like anything else. It was just isolation.
Just isolation.
Was the door at the 6 o'clock position that said we had to go through all the different trials and talk to us, was that made out of stone?
Yes.
I do have something we could try. It'll use up one of my big spells. I have Stone Shape that I can just make an opening in stone.
How long has it been since we saw that axe?
Not very long.
All right, I'm gonna skitter, and if I have to, I'll use my feline agility to just give me I'll be back in, what did you call it? A jiffy? It was the 6 o'clock door, right?
Yes.
Fume. My detect magic. Is it a magical door?
You don't see anything on the door, no. And detect magic doesn't go through stone, correct?
No, yeah, I just wanted to know if the door itself was magical.
Yeah, the door itself doesn't have anything on it.
Fume.
For one 4th level spell, we could possibly skip all of these trials.
Might be worth it.
You can
This is just
try.
taking quite a while.
The door didn't appear to be magical, so it's worth a shot, I guess.
Let me just double check the detail. As long as how thick was the because the door with the ice giants on it was made out of stone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
About how thick was that door?
About 2.5.
Okay, so Stone Shape can go as long as it's less than 5 feet thick. I can make a hole in it.
Yep.
So assuming that they're the same thickness, we should be able to get through this.
Theoretically, yes.
I like it.
I am going to I'll go over to the door that talked to us then, and I'm gonna cast Stone Shape and just make a nice light little door that we can open up and go through this big door.
Yeah, almost like when you're like a high pressure hose hitting clay, where like slowly pushes it outwards while making the hole through it. You create this 5 foot wide hole in the center of the door, and as you're doing this, you do hear the voice again. This way is shut to all but those who pass the tests of cruelty, endurance, isolation, and preservation. But you are able to create this hole in the door.
Gel will
This
go
is gonna
first.
bite us in the ass.
How long can you hold it open?
Oh, it's just there now.
Yeah, she should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gel will step first, just to
Pushes his way through the hole.
just see if he's like supernaturally denied or something. I don't know.
He's just standing in there. Like you
Great
can see
work.
on the other side of the room is just pitch darkness.
Great work, Liliana.
I would have light on still, if that matters, or if it's
This darkness seems to eat up the light.
I do have. I should be able to see it though, right?
With Devil Sight,
Yes.
yes, you see a wall,
Oh, a wall.
not but 15 feet back.
So there's a wall 15 feet back.
Mhm.
And then like to the left and right, like what?
Wall.
So it's like kind of like a 15-foot gap.
Yep.
It seems like it's there's stone, there's wall blocking off. It's like a 15-foot room.
That's some bullshit.
Tis. But not unexpected. I mean, what's the risk?
I'll pat Liliana on the back. Well, you tried.
It was
Good-
it
it
was
was a
a
good
very
idea.
good idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hope what magics you have left can get us through these tests. And then I start walking back over to 6 o'clock.
To the isolation.
Yeah, you're in 6 o'clock right now.
Sorry, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, you walk back over to 4 o'clock. Boop 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 a doop boop a doo doo.
I just feel like we're rocking around the clock right now.
Okay.
Well, between 4 and 6.
I'm gonna
All
go
right.
for it. First punch.
Falcon
Didn't make
punch.
it.
God damn it,
You
Tommy.
push the door, and it swings open.
Oh, never mind.
This isn't. It wants us to go into these doors.
Yeah.
It didn't want us to go into the doors to get to the doors. I have no reason to have assumed.
And once again, darkness. Even with your devil sight, like the darkness just seems to continue to go forever.
Okay. Heinlein will step in.
All right, Iron steps in.
Stab.
Where is everybody?
I'm like 5-10 foot back from the door that Heinlein just walked in.
I would have been near the door, getting ready to try it if Heinlein couldn't get it open.
I'm hanging back a bit.
All
I'd
right.
have been right next to Zavros. Like, I want to be able to see in. Well, I can't see inside, but close to the
As
door, but not.
The advanced darkness.
As Heinlein begins to walk into this darkness, he, as well as everybody but Orlin, begins to be surrounded by wind and snow. As all of you, except for Orlin, appear, and Valine is there with you, appear in the middle of the tundra.
Wait, where'd everybody go? What the?
Wait, Valine teleported too?
Yep. Just
yeah.
Orlin that didn't go with.
I want to try and run toward as everybody's disappearing.
Do a
Like, Orlin, no.
do a dexterity, or acrobatics or athletics check. With
I rolled a
disadvantage.
nat 1 with the disadvantage.
As you begin to run forward, the wind disappears, and you just see the closed door in front of you.
Shit.
Guys, it's really fucking cold out here.
You can always try the door.
Yes, become isolated.
I am.
Pass the isolation test.
He is isolated. The whole group is gone.
That's true. Oh, maybe this is what the door meant.
No. Akuma is there with him.
That's true.
True.
I'll go up to the door. I'm gonna drink my potion of cold resistance that Felicity gave me before opening the door, and I'm also gonna cast a 4th level false life.
Okay.
I bubble up the canteen thing I always carry, and I chug it. And then I'm gonna open the door.
All right. You also see this wind and snow begin to surround you, and as you start to see your vision cleared and you see everybody around you, your surroundings vanish. Well, here we already are past that. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons. You see humans, you see gray half-orcs and full gray orcs as well. Just these huge beings walking around sharpening spears and swords. And that's where we'll go to break.
Oh shit.
A little bit early tonight, but I think there's a good spot to put it, and then I can prepare for what's coming next. So, thank you guys all for watching so far, and we'll see you in just a couple Sakaruis. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden. We took our short break, and now we're back to be isolated in the trial of isolation. Our group had just Heinlein had just stepped through a door, and then the rest of our group was whisked away in this flurry of snow and wind to be outside of a camp in the middle of a tundra that was filled with humans, half-orcs, and orcs alike sharpening their weapons. Yes?
No, that just brought Orlin back to a different time in his life.
And as they like turn to look at all of you standing there, and two of them stand up as, "Oh, come with us." This half orc males, "Oh, come with us. The leader's gonna want to see you right away. The chief doesn't want to see you."
Any of these people looking familiar?
Roll history checks. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. What is that sound?
I don't know.
History disadvantage, so 13.
They are gray half orcs and orcs, but it's been so long since you've seen anybody like this that you don't recognize anybody instinctively know. But I'll say there is a lot of feline autonomy being worn by these people, like furs of saber-toothed tigers and
sorry,
like the
we used to
skulls
wear
with the
your
long
people.
teeth.
They're not just wearing cat ears and
No, they're not wearing headphone
We
cat
used to
ears.
wear your people. I'm sorry. It was a long time ago.
But yes, this is. You could tell, like, this is the
quite-
Tiger Clan,
Oh shit, I can. Oh,
the
fuck.
Tiger Tribe. Yeah.
That's the tribe I was part of, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was
What
pretty
is my
sure.
history?
I invited you into my home. Orlin.
I'm sorry, Liliana, but this
He
is
was
the
gonna
way.
skin you.
But yeah, this half orc and this human like come forward to motion you towards the camp.
Heinlein will start walking with them.
Yeah, I'll go.
Very cautiously.
Yeah, cautiously.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Orlin, but I'll go.
Yeah, you begin
I kinda-
to.
As they guide us, I do just want to. I think this might be the Tiger Clan.
Do you look to anybody when you say this, or do you
I'm saying-
just like whispering?
I'm whispering it to my group here.
Okay, but not looking at them at all.
No, I think I'm just kind of whispering under my breath as I follow these guys.
Yeah,
See,
they begin.
wear this wolf pelt. Maybe they won't notice.
Do you look at anybody in your group when you say? Does anybody look at anybody in their group?
I mean,
or
I'm
you
like
just look at the
turning.
iceberg?
Like if I say that and I'm like getting the wolf pelt, I'd obviously like turn to her. I'd imagine to see where she is.
Oh, to Felicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see on Felicity's face, over her right eye, is this like it almost looks like a tattoo on her fur of a snowflake.
What the fuck?
What?
You have a snowflake on your eye.
As you look to Zavros, he also has a snowflake on his eye.
You have one too. I'm gonna look at everybody else.
Everybody has a snowflake on their eye.
I don't like this.
So the orcs have snowflakes
They
on
do
their
not.
eyes. Okay.
That's how
I
they
meant to
picked us
give you
out
guys a moment.
immediately.
What'd you say?
Everyone wear masks.
I would say that's how they picked us out immediately.
Yes.
I put my bird mask on.
I will wear that wolf pelt. Maybe they won't try and skin me.
I was gonna get you guys a picture to look at, but apparently I forgot.
It's okay. I forgive you.
You better, because I'll kick you out if you don't.
That's all it takes.
That was being so nice.
Here, I'll just direct you guys to the map. The 10 towns map. Not East Haven. Icewind Dale. There we go. So yeah, they start walking you through, and like as you pass these groups of people sharpening their weapons and things, they stop to watch as you walk past. Until you get up to this larger tent in the center of the camp. And they pull the flap aside. Queen Solvix Solvis is gonna be one to see you inside.
History check.
You know this. This is the
Oh.
queen of the tribe.
So this is like current day. I was wondering if we just went in the past for a second. Okay.
It seems to be current day.
Okay.
You said Solvis Dora?
Oh, let me say it right.
It's like the
Solvix
Scandinavian
Dor-
way of
dot.
saying daughter, right?
Oh, okay.
Solvigstottir.
Oh,
okay.
never mind.
Solvig's daughter. Yeah, Solvig's daughter is what we're gonna say.
Solving's daughter.
Yeah, Solvig's daughter.
That would be the queen of the orc tribe, tiger tribe. Just... What do I know about her?
She's your mother.
Demeanor.
Oh no, she's not. Valine is.
You know that she is full orc, and she is ruthless.
Very, very aggressive. I don't know. Just do as she says, or something. Don't press her. Quick to temper.
All right. We'll follow your lead.
I know just as little as all of you.
Okay.
Highland will keep walking forward.
Yeah.
He'll go in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heinlein, as you guys all begin to go in, you see this enormous gray orc woman using a stone to sharpen her great axe, and sitting next to her lays this large saber-toothed tiger with a not orange, but like a dull orangish fur with stripes. And it looks up at you, and this thing is also incredibly large for its species. And as it stares you down as you walk in, the queen looks up to you. Oh, esteemed guest, we've been blessed. Ariel has blessed us on this day. The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission. This is great. Perfect timing.
What is that mission, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, we just gotta do a little hunting, if you will. Food's scarce, as I'm sure you're all aware. There's just a tribe nearby. We gotta steal from them and maybe get rid of them. Well, you don't have to worry yourselves none about that, though. I'm going very deep, and I need to kind of change it a little bit. Hold on. Oh,
cute.
Cute.
Depending on how key you find works. I mean, I'm not saying she's not, but it depends on your preference, I guess.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 20, what would you rate her charismatic pull?
14.
Oh, okay.
14.
Liliana, do your thing.
I was gonna say, Liliana looks her up and down yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's simple enough. Just watch over our camp, and we'll be gone for a few days, and then we'll come back, and you can go back to Ariel and tell her you were successful, and then we were successful.
Okay. Question, do you have any fish?
No.
No one has any fish.
Far from water here near the glacier.
As expected.
How? You said you were expecting us.
No, not that I was expecting you, but that we've been blessed by your arrival. If I said expecting, I misspoke.
I may have misheard.
Snowflake eyes that gave it away.
Yes, the mark of Ariel.
Good lord.
Don't like this.
You don't like...
Jam Liliana.
Just... We've been through a lot, and this is just a new development that I was not expecting.
How long do you think it'll take you?
Not but 2 or 3 days, I don't think.
2 or 3 days?
Yeah, I mean, the elk tribe's a little far away from where we're sitting, but times are tough and we need that food.
I mean, I give
people gotta
glance
eat.
to everyone else.
What was that?
Can you show us where you light your fires for the night?
Oh yes, of course. We got our fire pits around. Yeah, you can use the fire pits. You can use my tent if you want to stay in here. We got some food left here for you. It shouldn't be much of a problem in that course. Just
Did
make
our
sure nobody
things
comes
come
while
with
we're
us?
down. What? No,
Did
you
our
say. Oh, your things did come with you. Yes.
Okay.
When we didn't like exit out of a doorway on this side, right? We just appeared on this side.
You just like walk through essentially a snowstorm into this area.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure you have a busy few days ahead of you, so you might as well start getting ready.
Oh yeah, we're about ready to head out now. We're putting in. I was just getting sharpened up, and then we're gonna head out. So do you need anything before I go? I don't want to just drop
You
you.
have any alcohol?
No.
The fuck?
You're amongst the nomad tribes. We don't have much for luxuries out here. I keep trying to go really deep with it. I don't have a good female orc voice for you. Sorry.
She could have a deep voice. That's okay.
It's true, but I'm trying not to. It just keeps defaulting. This isn't the music I wanted, but this is where we are.
Do you know if there's a woman among you named Ushug?
Yes. Why do you ask? Oh.
Is she going on this hunting trip?
Yes, all Tiger Tribe are going. Those who can't contribute to the tribe must be left behind.
Of course.
I am keeping a very close eye on Orlin during this exchange.
Very well, yes, well, watch the tribe.
What tribe do you hail from? A tribe? You seem
no, I'm
Yeah, you seem more of a 10-towner.
10 town. Yep.
I can tell. I can tell you and Skinny Arms over there.
You know, that is actually starting to come back around and upsets me again.
Well, Ariel picked you, so who am I to judge, I suppose? Don't seem like you have the...
before your emissary.
Seems like you don't have the constitution of me, but... In fact, you're shaking a little bit. Do you need a rest, son?
I'll be fine. I'm just...
All right, well...
I'm eyeing that fur coat I gave Felicity.
All right, Grava, let's get going then. These fine folk have this covered. She motions to the saber-toothed cat, and it gets up and begins to follow her out of the tent. And you can hear her rallying for the rest of the clan to begin following her. The tribe. I keep messing those two words up, and they do separate in this world, so I need to remember that.
So are we supposed to just hang out here, or follow them, or burn this place to the ground, or...
I don't mean to put a halt to our journey, but it makes it sound like once they return, we're sitting right back, right?
What it feels like.
And I gesture over to the foot in the grave half orc. This might just be the rest that this thing needs.
Yes. Also, my initial compulsion was to this is a test. We need to stop them from raiding the other tribes so that they work together. Trial of isolation. But it's Oriel who's making the test, so she probably just wants us to help her people out. So, I don't think doing the right thing is a good thing.
We're out here isolated, so I don't think it really matters.
Yes.
Baka, I know I was kind of young when I left. Well, I was left.
Left is a loose word.
Yeah.
When I was left.
It's a stretch.
Was the Tiger Tribe subservient to Ariel or anything like that?
Do a history check. Disadvantage. Because this disadvantage isn't
that's
only
not bad.
because of your exhaustion, but also it's been kind of repressed too.
Despite that, I rolled an 11 on my disadvantage for a total of 19. So
yeah, now that you think about it, maybe it didn't click as much when you're younger because you didn't pay as much attention or something. But yeah, you remember this tribe being very Ariel focused in its worships. They follow the tenets of the isolation and the do what you have to survive. And the winter makes those who are able to overcome it strong, and those who can't get left behind. All right.
Guess we just have to watch the camp then while they're gone.
It could be a good way for those of us who have not taken well to the cold to recuperate a little bit.
Yes, it still feels strange. Feels odd. This feels too easy. Feels like too much of a blessing to be able to rest here. But, I mean, if we're near the glaciers, there's nothing. It'll take us days, weeks, if we need to travel back on foot.
I mean, how do we know that the elk tribe isn't thinking of doing the exact same thing and attacking the tiger tribe while they're gone?
Hope they meet in the night then.
I think she means the camp.
Yes, and I mean that I hope they cross each other's paths so that they don't come here.
Hopefully. I'm gonna walk away from the tent, or wherever we are.
Okay.
No, wait, never mind. Are we like Never mind. I'm gonna do that still. But I was gonna act like I know where I'm going, but instead I don't. So can I just look around for? Would I know what like my old childhood tent would look like?
Not necessarily, because they are pretty generic amongst each person. And a lot of them are shared as well, because they are nomadic tribes, so they set up in one space and then kind of follow the food as it goes.
Okay. I would just I guess I just kind of step outside then, and I kind of look at everything, and then I come to that realization that I'm not gonna figure this out, and I'll just take a couple breaths and come back in.
I mean, I would either while Orland's out or afterwards, just like make a loop of the camp to get the lay of the land. Like, I'm assuming it's not a large camp, but just to see like where things are, and then start keeping watch for anything that's gonna come out of the night.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
And again, I'm motionless, but I'm technically able to watch over while I'm resting.
All right. Is there anything anybody wants to do other than just kind of hang out, or how are you ensuring your survival here in this camp, I should say?
Well, that's why I did ask about the fires, like how so we have warmth.
Yeah. So not far from this tent, there is like a large fire pit that you can light up as well.
Yeah. And she did say we could just stay in her tent if we needed to.
Yes. There looks to be enough lumber here for 1 day of fire.
Okay.
And there is enough food for 1 day as well.
Yeah. And then as we need it, actually, let's do the first 2 nights in the mansion, if possible.
Okay.
And then the last night we can use the fire.
All
yeah.
right.
So that way she has that spell slot, basically, ready to go if we need it.
Mm-hmm. Do we still? I think we should still keep watch or do watches outside of the mansion, so that if anyone does appear, I mean, I don't know if we're supposed to actually protect this camp.
I assume they have us here because they expect something could go wrong.
Well, there's 1 day of fire and 1 day of food. They're gonna be gone 2 to 3 days. I think that's where the isolation comes in. Resourceful, getting hungry, cold.
Maybe. I mean, it is also. I mean, fire I can't do much about, but beyond rations, I do have. Tomorrow I can prepare something so that we have sufficient food and water. If we're low on rations, which I'm pulling up my character sheet to see how many rations I actually have. Oh, I have 14 rations. Holy crap.
I don't know if the rations ever made it over when I switched to D&D Beyond.
I had to go back to Roll20 to check my ration number.
Yeah, I don't think food's necessarily going to be an issue. It's just warmth, I think.
20 rations. I've probably used some of those and I just didn't mark them off.
I've been lenient with them. So you can take as many off of it as you think you would use otherwise. Yeah. All right. So it sounds like you're getting that fire started at least.
Well, like I said, should we wait for the fire? If it's like a day's worth of fire, should we wait for the last day?
Yeah. I mean, if we can make it just in the mansion, at least for this first night, not to use the fire.
Yeah.
Plus could help me restore some of my exhaustion levels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I want to try and use as much of this as possible to, like, get the exhausted to not be as dead.
Mm-hmm.
Eveline will go to try and cast her mansion. But as she does it, like, she does the motions for it, and nothing seems to open like it usually does. That's weird. It should be. And she tries it again. It's something suppressing this.
Okay. Okay, alright. Well, then...
Because I don't have it, I don't know how it works. Do you need wood for create bonfire?
No, it's a magical fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be like... It's not going to be good, but it won't, like, you'd have to spend every minute concentrating on it.
Yeah, so the person who is casting it couldn't rest.
Yeah.
You do have 2 people, though, so you could kind of switch off with that.
Except one of them needs to get as much rest as possible.
That's true.
Yes. Alright, well...
Well, they do have, they have furs. We can, like, still mostly stay warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think then for the first night, I think we should use the fire to try and get some exhaustion off of people to at least get that down a little bit if we're going to have extra nights that are going to be harder. I'd rather ease the burden to start with.
Okay. I can. It erupts in a ghostly flame.
You start up the fire.
I want to try my tiny hut, but I don't want to use one of the charges.
Yeah, if we can avoid using as many of our resources as possible on the test that aren't renewable.
All right. So are we doing watches this first night then, or?
I can watch.
Okay.
Because I can see far and I don't sleep.
I'm gonna put this to the group just because we don't know what's gonna be happening and we're a little bit exposed. For when we're sleeping, I still have 1 4th level spell, and Guardian of Faith lasts for 8 hours, so I can have that as like an extra protection if something sneaks up on us, and then it's already up if we get into the shit in the middle of the night. Assuming that I get all my spell slots back when we wake up, because I'll be out of 4th levels then for the day.
Yeah.
It's a bit excessive, but
yeah, I feel like we should figure out what it's going to be like for the first night, because I think the fire is going to be good, because it just makes it seem like people are here. And then night 2, it might be a little bit better, because we don't know if like crag cats are going to come at us or not.
I'll save it for tonight then.
But before, I guess, going to sleep or taking a long rest, Felicity would try to cast Rope Trick and see if that works.
It does.
Well, I can at least give reprieve for an hour.
Interesting. All right. Well, I mean, if
would I know if Tiny Hut is similar to Rope Trick?
Do an Arcana check.
Which is a natural 1. So no.
You're not sure.
Can I?
Yeah. Disadvantage.
Yeah. That's a 2 for 11? Yeah. No, 10, sorry.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure. So yeah, you guys figure out Rope Trick can work if somebody wants to use it now for an hour. I guess you can allow that. Otherwise, as
I would like to be warm for an hour.
You do have this fire going, so you would have that warmth as well.
I'm sorry. I'm just realizing. I'm trying to think if this is literally the spell because I don't know for sure. Is Tiny Hut just the one where you just make a wall of force around you?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, but
it does
the
make the
temperature inside is
yeah.
regulated.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just not I'm just saying it's not an extra dimensional space.
Rope Trick is an extra dimensional space.
Rope Trick is, but I would say Tiny Hut's not. So I just don't know if that's.
What you're saying is you think Tiny Hut might still work?
Yeah, because you're not like going into a pocket dimension. You're not leaving where you are.
Or
like if we built it's like putting a tent around us.
Yeah.
With air conditioner.
Or as a long-lasting, like with Rope Trick, it only lasts for an hour, whereas the mansion is 24 hours. So it just may be like, Oriel says that we can't have that much of an advantage.
Fuck you, Oriel.
Well, I just wondered because like Rope Trick, you're basically still there because you see everything there, right? And and mansion, it's like a completely different place. You're like leaving the test. So that's what I was thinking. Tiny hut would just be like you're still there. That's all. We can test at night too if need be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then as you rest on the first night, Heinlein, give me a perception check.
Give you a perception. That is a 10.
That is a 10. Like every once in a while, you'll hear like 10 doors flapping in the breeze or in the wind. But it doesn't seem like there is any movement in the camp other than your sleeping companions. And then the morning comes.
Oh, good.
Long rest?
Long rest.
Hey,
Just making sure.
I still might be alive.
Did you get your hit points back?
Yeah.
All right, we can leave now.
What are we doing for food?
Give me 1 second to look at some spells. Oh, okay. I mean, I have plenty of rations that I can help people with as well. I think before I start using create food and water to do that, we should use up rations.
Yeah. Because
Are you saying this is Liliana? Like you can create food and water?
Yes, I can connect with my deity and create food that will sustain us. It won't be, think mashed potatoes and such, bland but filling.
So you couldn't make a fish?
I didn't have it
yesterday.
prepared because we were going to fight a demigod and we had rations.
No, I'm just curious. Like, again, I'm not.
In
I'm not-
theory, yes. I was
I'm not
thinking
trying to
that
sound
too.
like the orb.
No, I was thinking
What do
that
you mean
too.
by that?
You know exactly what
I
I
am
mean,
right here.
Global.
We have to plan it out because if we don't eat it, the food disappears after 24 hours. So like maybe on that last day, I can make 45 pounds of fish if I can finagle with my god.
And I've got one ration.
I'll say if you're gonna do rations, get rid of 2 because of yesterday as well. So it would
I
cover
have
today
no
and yesterday
rations.
if you used 2.
Here.
So you wouldn't have to use any more
Zavros.
today if you did, because it's like a day worth. Each ration's a day worth. So that would cover yesterday and today if you use 2 rations.
I will feed Zavros when he runs out of rations.
Also, you probably have a ton of axe beak rations that are laying around too.
I don't have
didn't
any
you
of
guys
those
just-
on me.
Zavros, didn't you just get a bunch of rations from that wolf?
I don't think I did get any rations from the wolf. I
You
think I just skinned it.
Yeah, we just skinned it.
I
so we
thought
can make some, like,
Baka said
blankets and
that you
shit.
got a certain amount of worth of rations out of it.
Oh shit! If he did, I didn't hear him.
I don't know if we kept it because we
Zavros
didn't think
threw
we
it
were
out.
gonna be- Yeah,
Whoops.
we didn't think we were going to be on the island for that long to worry about it.
That was probably
Yeah.
what some of it was. Yeah, is that it
I'm
wasn't.
gonna eat this
Preserved.
shark skin pouch because I mean, just boil that up. Don't at me if you're lost in the wilderness. You can boil your leather boots and they will sustain you for a day.
Okay.
You'll die.
If you want to, go ahead.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, we have rations. And I'm switching out one of my spells so I can have. Create
I
food
mean,
water.
if we need to go hunting, I could purify the food and drink it.
Well, that's assuming if there's any game in the area, given the fact that the orcs are going to kill a lot of people so that they can take their food. I would wager there's probably not a lot.
I don't expect much more than rampant caribou out this far in the glaciers.
Maybe there'll be a stray rabbit.
Well,
Usually good.
I mean, I can go looking for one.
You're staying right here.
This guy, I swear.
What are people's plans for today? Sounds like Zavros is being sequestered to the camp.
I'm gonna build a snowman. Fuck him.
Zavros builds a snowman.
I'm gonna make it look like Heinlein.
I am going to prepare. So over the night, I prepared locate object.
Okay.
I am now going to cast locate object on something. Let's see, like, There, my family always brought this mounted stag head everywhere they went on their journey. I want to just locate that.
All right. You cast that, and you get a ping where it is in the camp. You head off that way. What are other people doing?
Just wishing that I had prestidigitation.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out spells.
Do you want to help me build these snow people?
I can. I do have something I want to speak to Orlin about, but that also can be any time today.
I'm trying to stay.
I want to make a bunch of snowmen that look exactly like all of us.
I'm gonna stay out here and watch over. But if Lilian or Felicity, it seems Orlin's already walked off. Maybe even Valine. You could always check to see if they have anything of value here at the camp.
I was thinking of doing that, seeing if there's anything that we may need to use or be useful. Nobody else is here.
We'd be making an enemy of Solvig's daughter, but maybe that's for another time when we. But anything that might help to slay this Ariel might be useful to acquisition.
Or anything that might give us more information, if they seem to be on good terms with Oriel.
That'll be some. Felicity would go around the camp, I guess, going into other people's tents, I guess. Looking for anything on Ariel or anything that could be of use in our stay here to keep warm or eat.
And is that what Lilian and Highland are doing as well?
I'm watching outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help Felicity with carefully searching these people's tents for anything useful.
All right. If I can get a survival check from everybody, please.
I don't have disadvantage on this anymore.
Woo!
Do I have advantage, or is this it's a cold thing?
It's survival. It's just a survival check.
Okay.
An 8.
Oh, not a con save. Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1 again.
Ooh.
Let's see.
12.
12. $19.
Nice.
Orlin and Liliana.
An 8.
Oh, I got a natural 1 as well.
And Orlin?
8.
All right. Can Liliana and Felicity roll me a d20, please?
Sure.
Actually, no, wait. What's your modifiers? That'll solve that.
What?
0.
Survival.
Oh, I have a +4 to survival.
Okay, cool. Let's start with Highland will be the easiest to start with. You're doing a lookout?
Yep.
Perception check.
That would be 24.
24. As you were watching, you see Zavros building the snowman. making a Savros, while you're building these snowmen, give me a performance check.
Hey. This is gonna be bad.
Let's see if you're.
That's not that bad. 17 plus 4.
Yeah, they vaguely look like all the members of the party. And Highlands will look at Zavros and then scan the horizon, look back to Zavros. And as you look out into this darkness, it's kind of like a twilight hour. I've been kind of oversharing how dark it is during the day. It is like a twilight hour kind of thing where there's maybe there's like really heavy cloud cover and there's like trying to peek through sort of situation. You do see blue glows far in the distance, and they seem to be moving in a group.
Blue glows like on the ground.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we might have company.
They don't seem to be going towards you, which might be a relief to you.
I just not knowing what this blue light is, though. It's just a cautionary. I would say that out loud, though.
Yes. Yeah, there seems like you can see their individual lights, and there seems to be about 50 of them.
Oh.
Doesn't look like they're heading to us, but we should keep an eye out.
Liliana, make me an investigation check.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
Nice.
Does get turned into a 19 though.
But still, yeah, you're going through these tents and you're like opening chests and crates and things. You do find a potion of cold resistance, a mana potion, which you roll a d4 and you get one spell of that slot back when you drink it. And you do find 5 days worth of rations as well.
These fuckers got magical potions, but they ain't got alcohol.
No.
She did say that there were rations available for us.
Yes.
I feel
And
like
these are separate from the ones that she pointed out to you.
Ooh,
I know
okay.
Liliana wanted to talk to Orlin. Do you think during that searching, she would have popped into the tent that I would have been rummaging through?
Yeah, let's describe that tent for you first. So you find this tent, a small, unassuming tent on the they create a circle area space that they inhabit, but this tent is on the far outskirts of it. And as you go inside, you see, I mean, it's familiar, but it's also like a generalistic layout to a tent. Where there's some bedding off to the side made of furs, and you see the stag head is like hung on this weird like stand-up plank thing that they set up every time they set up a camp because they don't have walls to put it on. So they have like this weird post that they set up and then put the stag head on, and it's an impressive one. It is albino and has about 20 points to it. That's just huge rack. Worth keeping around and showing off for sure. And you do see a large chest in the corner.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna open that. I'm specifically trying to see. Also, though, I'm looking around here. I want to see if I can find any like keepsakes that would be like. I want to see if they like mourned me at all. Like if they kept anything of mine, or if they just completely forgot about me.
Yeah, you go over to this chest and open it up, and there's like extra furs are in there, some like daggers and things to clean animals with as well. But you do see this small chest that you remember was a chest that you had growing up, and that's where you kept your things in. It's like maybe like the size of a small book.
Okay. I'm gonna pop it open.
You pop it open, and it is empty.
Well, fuck them. Okay.
It seems whatever you used to keep in here, all your little things that you found while traveling, they have gotten rid of.
Yeah,
They
Orlin.
kept the chest because it has utility.
Yeah, Orlin like at first gets excited. He's rummaging through. He finds this small chest. He's like, oh, maybe. Pops it open. It's empty, and just like kind of, I guess that could be when Liliana would come in. He's just kind of staring at this empty chest.
Did you find anything useful?
He like starts to latch that small chest shut, throws it on one of the beds or whatever it was. No. There's a couple daggers in there, but I think we probably have enough of those.
Yeah, I mean, yes, likely. I have 2 questions for you. One, do you have any extra vials of some sort that's roughly, and I'm going to hold up the mana potion, which is the only one that I took. I'm assuming it's like a small vial or small glass flask.
Yeah, it's like one of those circular bottles that you'd have to like set in a holder if you wanted to sit on a table correctly. Like that, but more bulbous at the bottom, almost like a light bulb kind of bottom.
Well, yesterday I did drink that potion of cold resistance, so I have that bottle.
Great. Well, I will trade you for that, so that I have a plan to cover our tracks. They do notice that this is missing. And I'm going to hand Orlin the mana potion.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I mean, you can hang on to it. We can trade it about as needed, but either you or I would seem to get the most use out of it.
What about Felicity? Yeah, she casts spells, or those are all trinkets. I don't know how her magic works.
I believe Felicity would get some use out of it, but perhaps not the full use based off of the power of this item. Because we can get up to a 4th level spell slot back.
Understood.
Yeah, the possibility of get one of those back would be excellent.
Okay, wonderful.
Second, since I've had a bit of time to reevaluate things, while we have a bit of downtime, I can try to do what we talked about a few nights ago. No, not that. And I'm going to... It seems ever since I slept with that dude, everything Liliana does feels very suggestive.
Now you just feel dirty. You're like, oh.
I mean, it's just like I'm going to place my hand on Orlin's chest, kind of over where I know that Y incision is, and I'm going to cast Remove Curse.
Remove curse, you say?
Yes.
Roll a d20 plus your spell casting
Orlin thinks you're
modifier.
coming on to him, and he closes his eyes and leans it up.
I mean, there is a bed.
This would be like this.
Okay.
You press up against Orlin.
With just the modifier, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be a 19.
19. You feel yourself pulling something out of Orlin. Like not something physical, but you can feel you're drawing something out of him.
I think at least for Liliana, like feeling it feels like an oily, like covering of her hand as she's pulling it away, and then just shakes it off.
Why is Orlin's chest out so sticky and wet? What the hell?
I believe, if I understand correctly, nothing actually came away. It was just the sensation. I think it worked. At least it felt like it did something.
How do I feel, Baka?
You take a deep breath in, and it's strange because it feels like you're breathing for the first time almost. Like it's the cold is sharp on your lungs, but then as you begin to breathe again, it becomes more normal feeling again. It feels like maybe something that had been cloaking your lungs has been taken away.
Wait, what? Something that what?
Was cloaking your lungs? Like you never felt it before. but like it almost feels like you're breathing, like you're learning to breathe again. But you catch on to it really quickly.
Like you had a real heavy mucus in it.
Like you've been smoking for years, and then suddenly they took all the smoke out of your lungs.
She didn't even replace my lungs with like good lungs. What the fuck?
No, she did. It's just that she had something else on it.
No.
The worst part about this, though, is now that your lungs feel better, you're feeling the impact of the cold harder, and you have disadvantage on your.
Oh no!
I think
you cure his lungs just for the ice to immediately crystallize his lungs.
I think that might have done it.
Good. Are you all right?
Oh yeah. That sleep last night was very good for me. I'm feeling quite a bit better.
Good.
You mind helping me get that? I point to the stag head on the on the plank of wood.
What are we going to do with it?
I'm gonna shove it in my bag of holding.
Oh. Is it going to fit?
If we angle it right and really wedge it, I think so.
Okay, you hold the bag open. Is this gonna get us in trouble? This seems important.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Okay. Just try and pick up the stag head and finagle, like moving a couch through a doorway that's not quite wide enough. You have get it at the weird angles. Pivot.
That's what it is. Pivot. Helene just walks outside the tent. Just hears no. You just turn it this way a little bit. Never mind. All right.
No, I know you can fit it.
And it's Orlan's. I know it'll fit. Just.
He's gotta really wedge it in there.
I just gotta brace
a
myself.
little bit.
I just gotta brace myself.
The contents are spilled everywhere.
Keep pushing it. It'll go in eventually.
Into this position.
And then, so after you've done ransacked.
Just for the sake of it, I'm going to, wherever I found the mana potion, I'm going to take Orlan's vial, crush it, put it back wherever it was and break it inside of there so it looks like it broke inside of wherever it was hiding.
Okay. And then you return to see Heinlein and Zavros and Valine all kind of in the general meeting area. You two, so Zavros, Valine, Heinlein, Liliana, and Orlan join you.
Be on your guards.
Zavros,
Yes.
stick your head in this bag.
No.
I want to show you something.
Okay, I'll stick
Hold
my head
your
in the
breath.
bag.
I do not let him stick his head in the breath.
I'll stick my head in the bag. I
Hold
want
your
to say a
breath.
comment so bad about this stag head.
Did I miss it? Is Felicity with us?
No, she's still.
I didn't say Felicity.
I was good. I would look around. I was searching some tents with Felicity. Is she around? We were kind of doing the search and divide and conquer, and then we're going to meet in the middle, but we never met.
We haven't seen her. I've been working on my masterpiece.
She might just be having another waking hallucination, but we can't have her wandering off too far, and I nod to the glowing blue lights.
That could be a problem.
We have no idea if that's just passing by or if they're gonna make a hard turn for us.
Blue lights.
Can I make a perception for Felicity? I mean,
Yeah, I would be looking for Felicity as well.
That's say nat 20 on the next. Two nat 20s on my perception in a row. So I'm real good looking.
Yeah, you're looking around and Liliana goes over to the tents where she last saw Felicity, and The wind seems to have come through here and cleared out any footprints, and you don't see Felicity anywhere.
Do the blue lights have any significance to the tiger tribe at all in any way? Like, do I remember, did we use blue lights to travel or anything like that?
Nature check.
Nature. Okay. I really wish I wasn't at disadvantage because I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Yeah, you've been down further south for so long and been looking into like monsters and things you don't
I feel like my
recognize
brain
this.
still is like slow.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Might I make a suggestion?
But,
Don't one of you have the ability to, like, find an object?
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
She has that, like, shoulder cannon thing.
Yes. She also has her walking stick, several pretty unique items.
Yes, I could cast that and walk about the place.
That's probably a good idea not to walk alone. I mean, I'll go with you.
Yeah, of course. I will cast Locate Object and start walking around. Hope we don't get
Alright.
attacked today.
You start walking around, locating an object on what are you looking for specifically?
I guess Felicity's cannon thing, yeah.
You look for Felicity's cannon thing. Nothing registers.
Not getting anything, Zavros.
That's not good.
No, not at all. Perhaps, the rest of us should stick very close together for the remainder of our time here. As we search together.
This has given me the vibe of the Thing. Stuck in a camp in the middle of a frozen wasteland.
I don't
Picked
think-
off one by one.
It's all right. I'm sure Felicity is definitely among us.
Uh-oh.
I heard a vent.
I'm going to call a meeting now. Heinlein's been acting sus ever since we picked him up.
All right. What
We don't
is
Who's
there?
the
mind,
last
I
one to
really
see
need
Felicity
vent right
alive?
now.
Telling you it's him.
It was Liliana. All right. What do you guys do with the rest of your day?
How late is it?
It's still pretty early, and it's like afternoon at this point.
I think I would just be trying to gather up as much like warmth to make as big of a comfy nest as we can for tonight, since we aren't gonna have the fire.
Like, I'll assist with that, like shoring something up, maybe like down
Maybe we
tents
should
and whatnot.
all tie a rope between us, so none of us go missing anymore.
Yeah, we could do that. Does anyone have anything that can be locked in place in case, something happens, a person possibly becomes delusional and decides to just untie their rope?
We smack them.
No,
I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to
See-
know if they did it if we're all sleeping.
If I see anyone walking away, I can make them stop.
But we
But
don't.
I'm sure Felicity is the only one here who has reason or history of following visions.
Yes, perhaps it's just that.
Yes, but I mean, yes. Tying each other may be extreme, but keeping each other within, always staying in sight of another person, I think would be a good plan.
I mean, I'm in favor of just holding up in the tent, staying warm. In the tent, like, is there a place where I could light my bonfire? and it not burn the whole place down or kill
Yeah.
us with smoke?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then I can just bonfire for most of it, sleep for my 4 hours, and then keep bonfiring.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if there's nothing else you guys want to do today, you can feel free to hole up and begin your long rest.
I'm getting so many skins.
Yeah, you have
Just
all the
making
skins on
blanket
you.
on blanket on blanket on blanket. That's for everybody.
Because I feel like out of all of us, Felicity has the most history of surviving on her own, so I'm not worrying too much.
Fair enough.
Because Leon is a city girl.
Rude. True, but rude.
Zavros has the ability to be in the wild, but he'll die to anything that hits him, touches him. He's fragile. And then
They call me all
Orlin-
skin arms.
Or I mean, I guess Orlin's, his magic is primarily like he who orcs and runs away lives to orc another day.
Oh.
So I don't think he's like an outside orc.
No.
No. So I think Felicity's good. I think she's fine.
I am just, I don't know if it'll make any difference, but in
You guys
my
wake up and there's a cat pelt that just
Ooh.
randomly appears.
More for the Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, well,
We
this
all look
one,
to
like my
Orlin.
people.
All right.
What were you saying?
During my nightly prayers, I am going to add one specifically for Felicity, assuming she has not shown up, because we are in the trial of isolation. So it may, I don't know what she's going through in this moment, but just considering she's on her own in one of these trials.
All right.
Not to make this any weirder, really, than this entire situation is. Would it be better if everyone kind of just slept very loosely? For warmth.
Technically, yes.
I think this would be the most beneficial to young Zavros here, for he doesn't have enough meat on his muscles to provide his own warmth for himself.
Orlin, question: what does it take to destroy a magical object?
You couldn't if you tried.
Well, I don't need to. I could just hire someone who can.
You would. You look like that
sass
kind
in
of
this
person.
orb.
Just to keep on theme, as Zavros suggests that, I'm just gonna curl up next to him and then I can keep you warm during the night, don't worry.
Oh, that's got weird. I'm not gonna look anymore.
Sweats. Zavros sweats. I rolled a die. I rolled a 2. Zavros sweats.
You pull your hand back, it's like a wet stain.
Ooh.
He's immensely sweating.
I scoot myself into the Zavros spoon, and I say, I'm gonna, you're gonna hit that, right?
All right.
Watch. I'm like, I must sleep. I must sleep. I must sleep. I must sleep.
Highland, do your perception check for your first part of the watch.
This is stupid. Why can't I get this in combat? This is my third nat 20 on perception.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
And I wish this was combat rolls rather than the shit I get.
Yeah, at one point you peek your head out of the tent. You see those blue lights are very far gone now. They've moved on past us. You don't even see them anymore. And there seems to be all quiet here. And then you go to take your 4 hours of rest while everybody's resting as well, turning the fire off. I will only have one Constitution saving throw during this time for everybody, except for Felicity.
Disadvantage still no. Someone
You're
give
right.
me...
This is a saving throw, so I guess Orlin still does have disadvantage, doesn't he?
Yeah, I have level 3 exhaustion.
He's a stinky
Oh,
little
damn.
stinky.
Advantage for those of us with cold resistance?
Yes.
Am I still wearing Highlands boots, or did
No.
I give them?
I took him back.
I wake up in the
I
dead of
took-
night and drink my potion. I'm kidding. No, we're good.
I don't think I made it. I only got a 14.
God damn it.
I know you were
That's
stealing
not bad.
all the Zavros warmth last night.
I got a 14.
Yeah, 14.
I'm so
what is it, Orlin?
fucking cold. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
And what did Heinlein get?
21.
Okay.
The
Orlin,
one who was not in the body worm pile.
Orlin, you go back to exhaustion level 4. You
Yep.
do get the rest of the full night's rest, but we are back in Icewind Dale, so it's not the extreme cold anymore. It's only DC 10, so everybody else
Wait, do they
passed.
get advantage
So-
from my
Thank God.
bonfire?
Oh wait,
No.
hold on. I have a
No,
question.
Because the fire's gone right now. This is during the time when you don't have the fire
It's
up.
just a little
I just know
confusing.
because it was only like half of their rest is when they is.
Yeah, and it'd be at the tail end of when you don't have the fire up. It's only the one check instead of doing one every hour.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a little confused. So I was at level 3. We
Yes.
were long resting.
Yes.
So I did the
Because you
con
failed,
save.
you don't lose a level, but you gain a level because you failed. But you get the rest of the full rest stuff,
So,
like your
so
health
wouldn't
and
I
your
just be
spells
3
and stuff
still
come back.
then instead of
You'd
2?
be at 4. You wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
You
little
don't gain
confusing,
the
but okay.
exhaustion loss of the full rest, but everything else that comes with
Okay.
the full rest you get. But you
Got
go back to 4.
Got it.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then you wake up in the morning.
Orlin, you look like death.
Hey, you know what? I'm never sleeping next to any of you ever again. You guys all stole my warmth.
I can see why this tribe kicked you out now. I don't know that, but this is the DM talking to Grizz.
This is just Baka wanting to be vicious. He's been
Baka
mean
is-
all night.
I know.
I mean, he probably
So, I
would
had a-
know if he knows Feline. I don't know. If
Oh
he's
yeah,
aware.
he would. This is why the tribe
Oh.
kicked you out.
Just
So,
turn to it like, oh.
are they coming back today or tomorrow?
Great question.
What is today, but yesterday's tomorrow, Zavros.
That's
That hurts a little bit.
This is only our second night. They said 2 to 3 days.
So if we have to do this again and trying to help some people out here, Baka, because this is what we used to do when we'd go camping up in the mountains as kids. Because I live in Utah, there's a lot of fucking mountains. Heinlein. I want to go find some rocks if I can. And I'm gonna look at the casters, everyone who can make magic, fire, and say, so one thing we could possibly do is just take a bunch of rocks, superheat them with some of your magic that I've noticed that you seem to have, and wrap them up in skins and tuck them in with us. That could help us keep a little warm. Rock tends to retain
2
heat.
points of order. Doip established that there's no rocks on the side of mountains. And-
But I'm not on a mountain.
I know, but this is my second point. Do a survival check to try and
you.
find some
Fuck
rock.
everybody that played in that game.
Sorry, I just. Oh, you just got fucking owned.
I'm leaving.
It's great using it.
You know,
The layout, Tommy, the layout.
So I gotta roll
survival.
survival. Okay. Oh fuck yes. 19 plus. Yep, 4. Do I do the since we established that with like my double proficiency or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Double your
19.
proficiency.
26.
Yeah, even though this is a frozen wasteland, it's hard to get through. You do find a space where some of the rocks are poking out, and some of it has been broken away, probably by this camp, and you're able to get a bunch of smaller pieces of rock that you can use to heat up.
Sweet.
All right. What is everybody's? So Zavros was looking for rocks today.
Orlin, you're coming with me because we gotta maintain contact.
You two go to look for rocks, unless Orlin doesn't want to.
I just look very quizzically at Zavros.
You want to
And
eat a
then
Black Felicity?
I'll go with him.
I'd be following.
Heinlein goes with.
Oh yeah,
I'm
wait,
keeping
no.
I'm
Heinlein
keeping
goes.
an eye out.
I can...
What is Liliana doing?
I
Liliana
begrudgingly.
gets left alone.
Well, Valine's there.
Valine's there.
Professor Scant.
I begrudgingly just like keep Valine within eyesight, thinking the whole time like, oh, sons of bitches. Said we were gonna stay within eyesight of each other. 3 of them go off. They left.
The boys are looking for rocks.
Yeah. Left.
This is for all
Left
my
me
male
here.
followers.
For all the male followers.
I'm making up a rock. This rock looks really cool.
It is a pretty decent rock.
Are you guys living off rations today then?
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, eat up a ration if that's what you're doing for today's food.
If you
I will give Zavros one of my rations. I have extras. since
Grandma's not there to feed him anymore.
Don't worry, the ladies will take care of the men.
And then survival check.
is this with disadvantage for me?
For you, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like its own weird, unique check to see who disappears. I'm assuming.
I mean, you
Now
still
is this one that I
Sorry,
this
which
one
check?
I don't.
This one you don't add your proficiencies.
My other die bounced out of the.
Sorry, what was this check?
Survival.
Survival.
Oh, fuck, I gotta-
add our proficiencies? No, I'm confused.
No,
But
like,
you
I
do,
don't
but he
add
doesn't
my
get his
double.
ranger shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 17. I rolled 2 16s.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay. Heinlein.
Oh,
What'd you roll? 5. I thought you were just waving at people.
I was
He's
doing
waving
both. I was
five.
waving, and I got a nat 1.
All right.
My
you
good
guys,
luck on perception checks fucked me over.
yeah, Heinlein or Zavros turns with his lower eyes. Look how cool this. And then, well, Heinlein isn't there.
Orlin,
Now you know shit's
Right.
up.
were you watching Heinlein?
Who?
The creepy guy stares at me constantly.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Fucking with me right now.
Heimlich? I never heard of him.
No, the Heimlich.
What? Why? Where's he?
He's not here.
Heinlein?
Okay, so staying together doesn't fucking work. We should go back to the tent.
Yes. Huh.
Fuck this place.
We get enough rocks.
Well, we've definitely got plenty. Well, he doesn't really need it. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, I'll just start dumping rocks. I was like, well, let's go back. Let's get out of here.
Where's Heinlein?
That's a really good question. Stop acting like that.
Good. This is good. This is a good thing that's happening today.
Yes, at this point, this is definitely part of the test, not just some sleepwalking thing. The test was about isolation. So, whatever is scooping us up is trying to separate us, perhaps.
Question. Have either of you... Oh, never mind. That's irrelevant.
All right.
Now spit it out, Zavros.
No, it's a stupid It's a stupid thought. I'm not
All
going to say it.
ideas are stupid.
Have any of you cast magic to benefit yourselves during this trial?
No. Because all of my shit lasts for like a minute, so it's hard to just see if it's going to be helpful.
Let me
I was
try.
going to beg with the powers that be to see if I could get bless on Orlin when he makes his checks.
Let me try and fireball myself.
That seems excessive.
It's go outside, please, when you do that.
I'd rather not freeze to death. That is not a fate I want to have.
Okay. Since I did a fairly thorough search of this camp, I at least gather up, since we already took the stag's head, I'm going to go gather up the giant pole/stand thing that it was on for firewood.
Okay.
I'm looking for any, like, spears or javelins or things like that, that they may have left behind or broken. And then any torches they may have around. I still have 10 torches on me for some warmth during the night. It won't be much, but I'm just looking for anything short of, well, do they have, like, beds? Like, are they, like, collapsible cots of sorts?
No, it seems to mostly be furs that are on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so then I'm looking anything short of, like, tearing down a tent and using tent poles. I don't want to go to that extreme yet, but anything else like that I could scavenge for firewood.
Yeah, do an investigation.
Okay. It's an 8.
You find some, but it's not enough that's going to last through while you sleep. If that's what you were going for. You have enough to start a fire for a little bit, but not for very long.
Okay. Fuck. I'm just looking through other things that I have. I could have fucked around with that before. Oh well.
What are Orlin and Zavros doing at this point?
I'm heating up
Zavros
the
is.
rocks.
Oh, sorry.
Looking at rocks.
No,
well,
I'm heating them up.
Oh, heating up rocks. Okay.
It's like, oh, well, are we about to go to bed? You don't have to do that right away.
I'm just going to put them in my pockets. I'm pretty sure I'm going to freeze to death soon.
Well, don't take all of them. I mean, we need them to sleep too.
Yeah, I'll return them.
And don't just heat it up and put it in your pocket. You're probably gonna burn yourself. You might want to wrap it up in this. As I'm like taking this bearskin cloak I got, and I'm just like cutting like.
Peeling the fur off.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm actually just cutting it into like small square blankets to where I could like grab the rock, put it in it, and then just like wrap it.
Okay.
That helps contain some of the heat that we can just like kind of stuff with us.
Yeah.
I have something that again I'm going to try to entreat the DM with. Okay. So, create food and water.
Yes.
It does not say what kind of food is created, just that it is bland but nourishing.
Yes.
Could I try to summon up, like, because it says 15 humanoids or 5 steeds, so like some more flammable type food that I could perhaps use to also keep a fire going for a while?
Baby whales will take their fat and we'll
do a religion check.
Ooh, okay, that one's fucked me over. That one's gonna go away. 13?
You get some more fatty foods that aren't gonna burn super long, but it'll buy you like another 2 hours on what you already have.
Great. So how long would that last us total then?
4 hours.
4 hours with one usage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do it 2 more times, so I'm going to spin Felicity's ring and use the Pearl of Power, cast it an additional 2 times. So we just have a shit ton of food that we can use for firewood.
All right.
Yes, just throw the whole deer in right there.
Well, you'll probably all have to take watches now that your dead man is gone, and the person who's watching can keep the fire going.
Oh,
I can't because I'm an orb.
My infusions last for 3 days after I'm dead.
Are you dead?
Wait 4 days and you'll find out.
I mean, I could have cast it at 4th levels. Anyways, it wouldn't have given me any extra benefits. But tonight, though, when we set up to do watches, I am going to, because I'm assuming we're sleeping in the biggest, nicest tent. We've gathered every bedroll possible into this.
What about the smallest tent? That way, the heat's, we're all.
Yeah, that's true.
The most well insulated.
It's mostly because there are 4 of you. You could get a smaller tent, but you won't want the smallest, just because of fire and people. If you're having the fire in the tent, that is.
Yes, because I would like to stay warm.
We just have ventilation, so we don't.
It's like a normal size tent, a medium tent, if you will.
Yeah.
All right.
Then, as we're getting ready for going to bed, just to be especially careful, I am going to cast Guardian of Faith, which lasts 8 hours, and I'm going to position it so that it 10-foot radius covers the entrance to the tent that we're sleeping in.
All right.
Zavros,
And we got the rocks, so hopefully that benefits us somehow.
if I don't make it through this, don't change. Keep that boyish wonder.
Oh, then you're not going to die.
I think I hear birds.
Yeah, don't listen to those birds. As I kind of just.
But they sound beautiful.
Zavros just gonna sit there in silence.
Also, Valine, you've been real quiet during this whole thing, but there's not many of us left, so you're gonna have to take a watch tonight.
Fair enough. I will watch with her.
I figured. Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. I could watch with you if you'd like as well.
I
I don't need to sleep, for I am just an orb. But I am more knowledgeable than all of you combined.
What if I take a watch with you as well?
No,
that would be great.
You just. Okay.
With me or the Dragonborn?
You.
Oh, great. We can talk all about your childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All right.
Orlin, after you take your watch, just wake me up.
I don't know if it's gonna do anything because it only lasts for a minute. I am going to before I go to sleep. I mean, I'm gonna cast Bless on me, Zavros, and Orlin. It only lasts for a minute, mostly just for flavor. But if it does anything,
My watch, though, well, I'm sure he wants to RP some shit, so I'll tell you after.
Okay. Yeah, who wants to start with their watches?
I'll go first. Fuck it. And
Alright.
I'm gonna, during this part of the watch, create bonfire just hold that there,
Okay. Yeah, that will save on some of the
I wish I
burning
had
of everything
saved
else.
those rolls. Not that they're that great, but actually that still would have filled. I got 2 11s, so what is this, perception?
Yeah.
So 12s.
All right. You are keeping concentration on this bonfire. Feline is staying up a little bit longer with you, and also the orbs there. So it's up. If you want to talk about anything with them.
How is it that you're... Wait, how does she look?
She looks about as haggard as you do.
Oh. We're both going to freeze to death. Isn't that comforting?
Just the way your tribe wanted, isn't it? Ironic you come back here
Not
only
my
to
choice.
possibly freeze like they left you to do.
Not by choice.
I wouldn't say it's by choice on my end either.
For what it's worth, you're at least a better mother than my one here.
They failed to see the potential you had, Orlin. Although they didn't have the potential they wanted with the brute strength and survivability through their core, I saw what you had. I knew you were much smarter than most, in that your gift to this world was your intellect.
What do you think awaits people like us after we die?
Depends on if within the last few years you've dedicated yourself to somebody. Religious-wise, I should say, I don't mean relationship-wise, but...
Perhaps I'll ask Liliana about that Morning Lord, or whatever it was.
Let's hope it's not too late for you.
You should go to sleep. You look like shit.
I could say the same about you, but I'll try to. She lays down. You continue your watch.
I'll draw my dagger. Yeah, I'll just continue my watch and kind of hold this fire up.
All right. You do that, and then next person that wants to take their watch.
And I'll wake Zavros up because he said do.
Okay, Zavros.
I'm still alive.
Oh, make sure you get rest. Don't freeze to death, old man. As I give like a awkward chuckle. So you said that there's a fire that like I can maintain, or no?
Yes. So Orlin, because of his create bonfire, was able to not use resources. So you can just start to feed that fire, and it catches on to this stuff, and you can keep it going.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rocks I had and I'm gonna put them inside the fire, heat them back up, and I'll just kind of, as that's happening, I kind of want to poke my head out the tent, see if I see anything kind of out in the distance, like those lights that we saw.
Do a perception check. Just wait, you have dark vision. You're a half elf. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, it's still a pretty fucking bad roll. Let me check my perception. Yeah, I got an 8.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind is picked up in the camp over the night, and you just hear the whistling of wind as you peek your head out. You don't see anything in the distance either.
All right, I'm going to once it gets closer to the end of my watch, I'll like grab something to kind of cover my hands as I pull those rocks back out, wrap them back up, and I'm gonna do a sleight of hand to put them up against Orlin. I'm not gonna sleep with the hot rocks.
All right. Yeah, just do a sleight of hand advantage.
You said advantage?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good roll. 18 plus 6.
Yeah, you're able to get them in there without waking them up at all.
Let's go.
And
Zavros, why are you reaching into my pants?
Let me at work, Daddy. I'm going to, as I after I do that, I'll just kind of lean over and kind of just shake Liliana awake a little bit.
Yes.
You ready for your watch?
Ready as I'll ever be.
By the way, it's probably a good idea. Go ahead and I'm kind of whispering because I don't want to wake anyone up. Go ahead and put your rocks back in the fire so they're hot again whenever you go back to sleep.
Oh, I wasn't using any rocks.
What? What the fuck?
I left. Didn't you notice that there was a suspicious amount of rocks for you and Orlin, who have been having the hardest time in this icy tundra?
Well, I mean, no offense. I ever since we left that fucking tower, I feel great.
Well, I was feeling pretty good before we left the tower, so.
Well, just wake us if you need us.
Yes.
All right. You can do your perception checks.
I'm going to, because I don't have dark vision, I'm going to have my light covered, but I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself so I can have advantage on the perception check.
All right.
Ooh, okay. That's good. Probably not going to matter, but that is a 23.
A 23. You do hear something moving through the campsite. It seems to be multiple things, like poking through stuff. And as you kind of peer through a crack, you do see a pack of wolves moving through the camp, but they seem to kind of be picking at things they can get at, but don't see much, and then do end up leaving.
Okay. I'm going to, after the wolves have moved on, I'm going to step outside of the tent just for a second, and half prayer, half just like muttering to herself, just saying, we have been trying so hard for this, and it seems like none of the rest of you are even trying to intervene. And if there's any godly bullshit about, well, you are doing something, so therefore we are intervening, it's not enough when the literal demigod is on this plane. I have rededicated my life to you. And it feels like I'm getting the bum end of a deal of everything that I gave up to worship you.
Do a religion check for me.
Eight.
Yeah, it seems your fuck you for not talking to me a monologue didn't really make them want to talk with you.
I mean, not that she was expecting a response, but just like looking up at this darkness after she's done, she's like,
Yeah, you feel more isolated than ever with your gods not responding to you.
Do you think it's because you slept with old God to trick him into going to the place he wasn't supposed to go? You think that's the punishment?
That's not the
way worse.
Let me. Did I ever write that down? Oh, I didn't write down her name. Shoot.
Just a retcon if I can. I want to give like Otis a small like warm pebble to hold on to, like wrap up in.
Tosses it back and forth in his hands for a second, then pulls it in.
Give me 1 second.
And then he taps you, and he's like, "Ee, ee." He's like pointing to your pocket that you keep the token that he gave you in.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it out and give it to him.
He hands it back to you.
Oh. Okay.
It's the not the token of the exhaustion one. It was the one he gave you when you first met.
Shit, I cannot remember what that token was.
Cast food and water 3 times.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. It's that goddamn... Yep, that's right here. I got it right here in my thing. Yep.
Love how he steals Felicity's chewinga and keeps it a secret from her.
Yeah. I just like tap him on the head when I pull it out. I look at it
Steals
and
a
I like
chewinga.
look at it like, oh my god, I forgot about this. I'm like,
He gives you a little thumbs
Thanks,
up
bud.
and goes back in.
Fucking steals the chewinga and then just pesters everyone else for food.
completely forgot about that. Hey, I didn't steal a Chewinga. I asked the Chewinga if it wanted to come.
Oh, the Chewinga's been rolling on these isolation checks.
No, why'd you say that?
I rolled
as,
2 16s, it's fine.
as Liliana is finishing up her pseudo prayer and just staring at the darkness, not hearing anything, she just mutters to herself, should have left with Esme. Should have made that work. And then goes back into the tent to continue feeding the fire for the rest of her watch.
All right. The rest of your watch is uneventful, and all of you awaken in the morning.
Ooh, wait, with an exhaustion lowered?
Yes. Because you kept the fire going the entire night, everybody gets an entire full rest.
Good.
Those rocks. Oh, I love these rocks.
It's actually, it's kind of my fault. I probably should have thought about that a lot earlier.
Thoughts about, the rocks.
Well, they kind of put us through a lot of different textbooks and stuff when they were teaching us about these places, and kind of hard to remember everything.
How did these rocks get in my pants?
I don't know. That's weird.
Weird half-elf boy shoved them down your pants last night.
I swear to God.
It took him. I'm surprised it took him so long to remember a simple trick like that.
You had textbooks for learning these things?
Well, I mean, I learned a lot of stuff. I learned how to. Never mind.
Surprised me he learned anything.
I just thought that it was more of like you just lived out in the wilderness and learned tips and tricks from like a crotchety old
Trust me.
mentor.
Where I'm from, it's nothing like this.
Well, I mean, it's all right. I wasn't expecting textbooks.
It was actually a really good little learning experience.
Where I come from. It's called bread and chicken.
Bread and chicken. Zappo starts singing along with. You know that song too? They sing that here?
Oh, strange. Strange.
I guess some things travel planes.
All right, what are your plans for the day? We're down 2 people, and it is cold out, and we're getting low. I don't know how much food you guys have, actually.
Don't you worry about food.
All right, well then eat up, because you need to have your ration for the day or figure something out.
Oh, yes. Rations.
Oh, Liliana, by
Zapparos.
the way, I just remembered I have this little thing here that can actually create food and more.
Oh, God.
Just seemed to remember it in a dream last night. That
You
I
feel
had
a
it.
small thing punch you inside your shirt.
Yep. Yep.
Actually, it's more of a pinch than a punch. You pinch
Like,
you.
ow.
That's wonderful. Perhaps we use that instead of rations today then.
Yes. Sorry. I seem to be suddenly remembering a lot of things lately.
I start rewrapping up my rations I was preparing to eat.
Yeah, you can use 1 charge. Yeah, that thing has 3 charges, so you
The
just use 1
Stone
per
of
day.
Bounty.
Yeah. What else are you guys doing today?
I'm going back, and I'm wherever I found them before. Because this place has been shitty. I'm taking that potion of cold resistance and those 5 rations.
Fair
Fuck
enough.
these orcs.
There's people in Havorks too.
Fuck them all.
Fuck these tribal bastards.
All right. Any other big plans for the day, or?
I'm gonna think of something.
I mean, you don't have to do anything.
It was all fun and games until people started disappearing.
I'm telling you, it's a thing. I need a flamethrower. Fuck, it's with you.
What if the people
Oh, hey, guess what?
who disappeared are the ones who succeeded? Perhaps Felicity and Highland, I don't know, somehow passed the test.
Well, that's also why I was kind of asking if anyone did any magical stuff to like sustain their well-being.
No. And I don't believe either of them did either. Heinlein, especially, he seems to be quite hale and hearty without any magical enhancements.
I can see where the cold probably wouldn't bother you so much when you no longer need warmth.
I think it was just more of the boot.
Yeah. Actually, those boots really helped out a lot.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm sure those boots are quite warm. I just am staring at your boots.
Everybody give me a survival check.
No.
Okay.
Well, fuck you, Floor. Oh, fuck.
Wait a second.
15.
Bye, everyone. I got a 9.
Oh, I also got a 9.
What's your modifier for your survival, you two?
Mine's a +4.
That's a +1.
As you're all talking, like, you're looking between each other and talking, and as you look to where Orlin is, he's gone.
Ah.
Like,
Sweet
my
death.
eyes just get big. And I immediately, like, oh man, how am I going to react to this? Is Liliana back yet, or is she...
This would be when you're all talking to each other
Okay.
in this area.
Liliana.
Yes.
So Orlin's gone.
Yes, he is.
I'm going to immediately turn to Valine and say, oh, it just couldn't be you, huh?
If I could get out of this cold, I wouldn't be upset.
That's just assuming that, you know, that they're still alive.
That's true. They could all be dead.
Yeah.
And who
Let's
knows
hope-
who's next?
Let's hope they're not.
Yes, let's hope for the best, shall we? Let's have a positive outlook on
Shut the
all this.
fuck up, Orb.
All right. Well, that's rude.
Zavros is not going to say, like, anything today.
Fair enough.
He's just heating up rocks, gathering what he can.
All right. Liliana, are you doing anything today?
Fucking A. Do I have to make another check to get my fatty Bernie foods again?
Yes, you do. At disadvantage.
Why am I at disadvantage?
Somebody yelled at their gods and didn't do it favorably.
That's fair. I mean, Liliana's not the most religious person, per se.
Fair enough.
It's like something, you know, she's trying it out, you know?
It's a favor.
Kind of in a pinch when she joined the
In the
priesthood.
face.
No, that's gonna be a no. That's a 4.
Yeah, you get up, you straight up just get like 3 potatoes and a water skin of water appear in front of you.
I still get 45 pounds of food. It's just 45 pounds of raw
45
potatoes.
It's like they're not even like cleaned or anything. They still have dirt on them.
Yeah. She looks at him. She's like, that's fair. That's fair. Then I'm going to, seeing that, I start breaking down tents for firewood.
All right. How much are you willing to break down?
Enough so that we have firewood to last us through the night.
I would be helping her break stuff down because I was gathering stuff up for, like,
Alright.
preparing for the night. I'm just not talking.
Okay, you can do that. And it gets to night, and you have enough firewood where during your watches you can keep it going enough that you would get a full rest without any problems. I won't make you do perception checks at this point. But we get to the next day. It has been how many days now?
4 days?
4. Yeah. What would you like to do on this 4th day?
Wake up. So everyone's still here. That's left.
Normally happens sometime during the day, but not much else to do. Liliana's going to settle down and take out her lute, which she hasn't played in a while, and just spend the day plucking away at it. Just sometimes doing actual songs, just other times just like chords and things like that, just so that playing music throughout most of the day.
And because you had a bunch of potatoes yesterday, I'm not going to have you do any food stuff today. That can be a rollover because you didn't use it for fire.
It does last 24 hours. So.
Yeah.
After a while of just being quiet, just kind of sitting there listening to Liliana play her lute, Zavros would pull his lute out and kind of keep up with her.
All right. You two begin playing your lutes together. Roll survival checks.
I don't think it's going to be me. That's a dirty 20.
I got a 6.
As you two are playing music together and Valina's sitting there listening, Zavros' melody disappears. As does Zavros.
I think
The Chewinga is all that's left in its place.
The Chewinga's gone too.
Okay, good.
I think Liliana pauses for a second, just like taking it in, and then just continues playing.
All right. You continue to play, spend the rest of your day hanging around the camp, I assume?
Yeah, I mean, if there's tents left, I'm going to continue breaking down tents for firewood.
All right.
As long as I can. I mean, I'm assuming, at this point, Liliana assumes that the orcs aren't coming back, and that this is just, we have to survive here until all of us are gone?
We can move forward to day 5 then, unless you have anything you want to do. What are you doing for food on day 5?
Liliana's just eating one of her rations because she got extras from the camp itself.
All right, you can do that. Anything special on this day?
No, I think she's just truly thinking back to her times before she came back to the Dale, and just like all of the things that led her to this point, and what was worth it, what wasn't worth it, what could have changed, and just anything she could have done differently to improve this situation.
All right. Roll me a survival check.
That may be it, folks. That's an 8.
Surprisingly, you look around, Valina's gone.
Yeah.
Did the orb go with her?
Yeah. The orb went with her.
Orb, it really sucks that she's gone again. Why are you here?
And you are in the camp alone.
Liliana, once Valine disappears, just moves into the center of this destroyed camp, deflated tents with hides just on the ground, tent poles broken and shattered into firewood. I would assume by this point the majority of them have been broken down. Probably only a couple with her tent left that she's been sleeping in. Everything scavenged. All of her companions gone. No sign of any civilization. She just looks up at the darkness and says, "This is what you wanted, wasn't it? I'm isolated. I'm alone. How long is it going to be until I pass the test?"
Do a perception check for me.
Ooh. That is a 22.
You hear something moving on the far side of the camp.
I have my light spell up. I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself, which gives me an extra D4 damage on melee weapon attacks. And I have my shield on my arm, mace out, and I march directly towards this sound.
As you begin to move closer to it, you see, like, pushing through these tents that you've knocked over and taken a bunch of stuff, the enormous form of a snowy owlbear.
So now you've come to kill me? Is that what's going to happen?
As you address it, it like looks up from, it's like digging through the stuff, and it looks up at you, and it lets out this terrible scream as it notices you there, and it like starts to stand up to its full height in front of you.
I'm going to answer it with neither of them are probably going to be very good. I'm going to try a repulsion breath and just scream all the fury Liliana has continued to build up inside of her, being alone at this owl bear. I need it to do a strength saving throw, please.
All right.
It was strength or con. Owl bears are good at both.
What's your save?
14.
It fails. It rolled really bad. Like, you catch it off guard. It didn't expect you to be there in the first place. And then you breathe that, and it falls backwards. And as it does, oh, go ahead.
No, it's pushed 20 feet away and knocked prone. So as this owlbear reared up, Liliana just lets loose this concussive scream.
Yeah, you do this, and it knocks it backwards into the tents. And as it falls down, you hear like a whooshing sound coming through the air, as it just starts to get filled with arrows and spears. As you turn around, you see the tribe returning from their hunt. Oi, what happened here? You see the leader coming forth.
You left us with few resources. We did what we needed to survive, or you would have had frozen bodies in an abandoned camp.
Well, lucky for you, I found all your friends out there just wandering around in the wilderness on our way back. And she kind of points back, and you can see Heinlein, Orlin, Zavros, Valine, and Felicity are all standing, and you guys are like just coming out of a daze as you see this destroyed campsite in Liliana in front of you, and you're amongst this group of orcs and half-orcs.
I'm glad you found them. It was starting to get a bit lonely around here without them.
I could imagine. Well, this doesn't look great, but you are Ariel's emissary. Who am I to judge? Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to... We can go back to the elk camp and get more stuff. That's fine. There's not much here to protect, so... Guess you've done your jobs.
Yes. We definitely did exactly what Ariel wanted us to do here for you.
And as all of you begin to regain your senses, the wind once again begins to pick up, blurring your sight, and all of you reappear in the room that you had gone through the door back at Grimskull.
As we reappear, I'm gonna kind of look around. I'm gonna see Orlin, and I'm just gonna run up to him and just give him like this big hug.
Ew.
And then, like, as I'm like hugging him, I kind of stop and regain my composure. I'm like, no, good to see that you're alive.
Yeah. You as well.
And that's where we're going to end today's session. So, thank you so much for joining us today. We made it through, or did we? Who knows? The trial of isolation, with presumably 3 more trials to go. We'll see how they continue to play out. So thank you so much for joining us this session, everybody. Be sure to follow all my players at their various social medias, mostly Grizlocke on YouTube. Apparently that's where everybody is. But also Twitter. We got at Bumbleskum. And also, do you want to promote your other thing coming up soon, Bumbleskum? I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah, we got a podcast coming out on the 16th. I suppose that's coming up real fucking close. Yeah, just look out for that. I'll probably tweet about it. IDL_RPGS on Twitter. You can always find the Interdimensional Library on whatever podcast streaming service you use. Get the RSS. Probably, put something up. Hopefully midnight the Monday, so it's ready to go. It stars your favorite people like me, and I guess also Baka and Dr. Phage are on, and our good boy Kyle.
Our goodest boy Kyle.
So,
yeah.
Yes, we also have Twitters. We have little. Oh, Grizz, you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, go check it out because Kyle's hilarious.
He's so good. Also, we have Little Growth at Twitter, at Dyto on Twitter. Tommy, do you still have a Twitter?
I do.
He does. At TommieTaco. The 4 is an A, correct? Or the A is a 4?
Yeah. I just reactivated it, so.
All right. Very cool. And yes, of course, Swindler's Den at all the social medias, as well as Patreon. For only $1 a month, you can get all of these shows on audio-only format. So thank you, and we'll have a good night, and you should too. Bye.
Hope I don't disappear.